And we're live. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. Just getting one last thing pulled up real quick. There we are. And then we come over here. Get my shit together. Ooh. And we'll switch there. Aha. Okay. There we go. All right. Then I gotta get my book out. And here we are. We are starting the comic The Drifter. I have no idea what this one's about. I think I read the synopsis, but I kind of just avoided most stuff because I avoid spoilers that way. So this one's not going to be too terribly long. It's only 40 something odd chapters. And yeah. Hang on, I'm communicating with someone real quick. All right. Now that we got that taken care of, let us begin. I already love the skull motif. It's after my heart. Life and death coexist closer than you think. All that separates these two worlds is a thin veil, but strong enough for most people to remain blind to the other side. But not for the drifter, as the old tales call them. Those that can swiftly lift the veil, those who can see it all. They can easily interact with the spiritual realm and sense all the subtle energies that surround the world. Wow. My dear Eve, you are blessed with eyes from another world. That's what Grandma used to say. She called them blessings. I called it a curse. The Drifter, Chapter 1. Violet eyes, eyes that see it all, things I wish I never saw. All types of beings inhabit the spiritual realm, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're all evil. But most of them belong deeply to the darkness of night. That might sound scary to you, dear reader, but it's something I got used to over the years. That doesn't mean it was easy. Violet eyes that glowed in the dark like the ones of a wild animal. The girl that could see shadows and describe things horrifying as nightmares. To be the freak of the town was an understatement. No wonder I always preferred staying at home, where I felt safe and wasn't judged. There, I was alone and free, from the living and the dead. Eve! Well, not so alone. Look, I got you your favorite book. I had Grandma and a shelf full of books. My favorite ones were detective stories filled with adventures and mysteries waiting to be solved. I used to daydream about becoming a brilliant detective, working on my exciting cases. You could say that I found myself in a similar situation. I'm a paranormal detective. Oh, my heart can finally be at peace. It's so reassuring to know that the groans I heard in the garden were from my beloved princess who passed away a long time ago. Who'd have thought it was the stray puppy trapped under the garden tools? Thank you! Looks a bit like Princess, too. Just doing my job, Mrs. Adler. Paranormal detective sounds much more exciting when most of your cases aren't just false alarms. Look, dear, Miss Bennet found this puppy in our backyard. I'm so relieved it wasn't Princess's spirit wailing. Wiggle, wiggle. Wanna join the family, little one? From now on, you shall be Duke. Ugh, another waste of money. You really believe in paranormal detectives, Mom? Besides, what would the neighbors think if they knew you were engaging with these sordid things? She helped me anyway, so I'd say she's doing her job pretty well. Fidget, fidget. Nevertheless, a proper lady her age should know it's past time to find a real job or settle down with a good man. I apologize for my daughter's behavior, but I must say she's correct this time. You're a beautiful young lady. I'm sure you would find a nice gentleman easily. I appreciate your concern, but I assure you I'm perfectly fine. See? Hardly a glamorous profession, but at least it pays the bills. Eve's home. Hello for you too, Remy. Another reminder of the late bill. Open? Well, kind of pays the bills. Nevertheless, a proper lady her age should know it's past time to find a real job, settle down with a good man. No, it's not true. Pull yourself together, Eve. Shake, shake, shake. Eve, you're back. Yee-boo. Thank God. Remy is such a boring company. Couldn't have been duller than the case I had today. The ghost that turned out to be a code again? Something of the sort. The blood-curdling wail Mrs. Adler reported turned out to be a rather lively stray dog trapped beneath her garden tools. The brilliance of your clients never ceases to amaze me. Well, at least now she can have some peace of mind, and I have my payment. Woohoo! I think I'll go buy a fresh strawberry cake with this. I don't know why you always get so excited about cake. Not like you can eat it. Well, a ghost child can still play pretend. Molly got lucky today. They only had chocolate cake available. She always says they look prettier, so it's easier to imagine their taste. Ugh, why am I acting like she's going to actually go? Blah. Jesus, why am I acting like she's actually going to eat it? We need more live friends, Eve. Paranormal investigator with a ghost roommate sounds appropriate, right? Truth is that Amalia had been haunting that small apartment long before I moved in. Probably been haunting that building for longer than I have been alive. Police station. Little Eve always dreamt of becoming a successful police detective. This was a dream I shouldn't have. Whoop. Little Eve also dreamt of a normal life. But fate, as always, had other plans for me. Chapter 1 end. Art and story by _Dreamerisa. And that's on Instagram, but I don't know if they have any other socials because I looked up Dreamerisa and I couldn't find them on Blue Sky. Is that a man talking with a ghost? A mere medium or another drifter? I've never met another drifter before. More importantly, why is that kid pointing at me? Got a bad feeling about this. They're right in the middle of the bridge. I can't avoid them. Better pick up the pace. Ooh. touch. Excuse me, miss. Are you Eve Bennett, the paranormal detective? The Drifter, Chapter 2.
I must admit, in my short 25 years of life as a drifter, I've witnessed quite a lot. This is the first time I've seen something like this. A living skeleton. Despite his unmistakable appearance, everything from his manners, attire, to the way he speaks mirrors that of a living human. What's most peculiar of all is that he wants to hire my services. So, before you explain how I may assist you, would you like some tea? Oh, I'm sorry, never mind. Force of habit. Tea? Really, Eve? Guess I'm still shocked.
No need to look embarrassed, Miss Bennett. I imagine I'm not your usual type of client.
Now that's for sure, bonehead. Amalia, didn't I tell you to steer clear of my meetings? But this time it's different. He's dead like me. Didn't know you were expanding your business. Know some lost souls out there who might need help. You want me to spread the news? He was the one looking for me. Now give us some privacy and go haunt our neighbor or something. What's your name, bonehead?
You can call me John, little lady.
Boo, John sounds so boring. Sorry about that, Mr. John. Ghost children, you know how it is. Hey, theoretically, I'm older than you.
Does it bother you that I call you little lady then?
No, not at all. Right.
No, well, from skeleton to ghost, I'd like to have some privacy with Miss Bennett now, okay?
Right.
Whoop.
You handled that quite well. Thank you.
Don't mind it. After all, there's some mutual respect between the dead.
Very well. So, what can I do for you?
As you can see, I'm dead.
Yes, I can see that. But you'll need way more than a paranormal detective to fix that.
I know, that's not the point. Since my death, I didn't transform into a ghost or experience whatever occurs after death. I'm still confined within my physical body. In this case, the last remnant of it, my own skeleton. All I desire is to bring this to an end, to find peace at last, or to go wherever souls traverse in death. I've been stuck in this form for several years, but I never lost hope. Could you help me, detective?
To be part of the death realm, to exist in the shadows as a mere echo of what once was, to be part of the world of the living, be real and solid as everything the sun touches. Why is this man caught up in the middle?
Chapter 2, End. Trigger warning, claustrophobic scene. Oh boy. If you have claustrophobia, bear in mind. I've been trapped in this form for years, but I've never lost hope. Would you help, detective?
I'll be honest with you, Mr. John. Your condition is unfamiliar to me. I don't have the answers you seek at the moment.
I see.
The man has no face. I can sense that this so-called hope is running out. A hope so frail that he's desperately clinging to it. But that's precisely what my job is about, to look for answers, especially the ones that are well hidden. Now tell me your story.
From the beginning?
Yes, who were you when you were alive?
I don't remember.
Anything?
No, I don't recall any memories from when I was alive. I don't remember my family, where I lived, my job, age, or what I liked and disliked. I don't even remember my own name.
Then...
Yes, I made up my name. I'm just a John Doe. Pitiful but fitting.
I'm sorry to hear about all of this.
Don't be. Some type of strange comfort in not knowing what kind of life I lost. I believe everything would be harder if I actually did remember those things.
Well then, let's start. Not from the beginning, but from the end.
Ah, yes. My first memory. When I found myself dead. The Drifter, Chapter 3. It all began 10 years ago.
When I opened my eyes, I was engulfed in darkness. I couldn't remember anything. But one thing I knew instantly. I was dead. A really strange feeling, I must say. To know that you were alive and now you're dead. I'm not sure if I can describe it to you. I felt like an empty shell. Missing something. Missing desperately something. Something alive. The thought stirred up a storm of emotions that would have consumed me if I had not forced myself to stop thinking about it. To divert my attention, I started to focus on the space I was in. Should I say, lack of space? I couldn't move an inch. Solid walls blocked all my movements. The air had a humid smell. I could see nothing but darkness. I felt terribly weak and stiff, unable to even scream. Couldn't tell the passage of time in this place. But for some hours, days, who knows, I started to feel these little things walking over me, and the putrid smell grew worse each moment. Then I realized I was in a coffin. My body was starting to decompose before me. This realization was the worst moment of my entire strange existence. Why am I still conscious if I'm dead? Is this penitence? This must be what hell feels like. Questions banged in my head. Please let me sleep forever like it should be. Please! Was all I could think of in silent prayer. If my prayer had been answered, something shines in my vest pocket. I did not notice it before, but there was a strange gemstone there. Green light beamed brightly for a second. This moment, I blacked out. When I regained consciousness, it seemed like I had been out for quite a while. I was still trapped in the dark and cramped space. But the odor wasn't as strong as before, and I didn't feel as weak. It felt like I owned my body again. So I used this newfound strength to push my way out of that death hole. Fortunately, the casket was not buried very deep. It was made of flimsy wood, and the lid was not closed properly. The moon was shining brightly, making it easy to see my surroundings. I was in a forest. No living soul in sight. Nor a glimmer of light from any nearby village. Suddenly I spotted a nearby river. There I saw my reflection for the first time. I slept long enough for the whole decomposition process to end. I was a skeleton. Chapter 3. End. It was late at night when John finished telling me his cruel tale. He told me that after he left the forest, he started his quest to free himself from his physical remains of his body. 10 years he wandered through many places in search for answers that never came. He talked about it as if they were all memories he buried and outgrew long ago. Still, I can see you never truly accepted your new existence, did you? That's why you're here. The Drifter, Chapter 4. It's already late at night. I apologize for taking up so much of your time. Don't worry. Sharing such a story with me must not be easy, and I appreciate it. We can arrange another session where I can gather more details about your story, and then proceed with the investigation. Thank you so much, Miss Bennett. I'll show you to the door. At last, not a crying wolf or an ordinary haunted house. This is the type of case I've been waiting for. There is one minor detail that you should know. See, Miss Bennett, one of the challenges of being a living skeleton is that I lack any money or possessions to compensate you. I exist as a mere body in this world. I'm afraid this puts us in a difficult situation. It's not a small detail at all. Wait, that's why I thought of a plan. I may not have money to offer, but I can compensate you with my services. What kind of services? I'm sure working all by yourself must be exhausting. Have you ever considered hiring an assistant? An assistant? Absolutely. But I'm not talking about just any assistant. My status as a deceased individual could actually be an advantage for the role. In these years as a skeleton, I've gathered knowledge of the supernatural and can interact with a ghost just as you can. With an extra pair of hands, you'll have more time to tackle additional cases. Oh, and I make the most delicious tea. You have a point. I need some time to think about it. Yeah, leave. No broke skeletons allowed. Amalia!
Of course. Apologies if I caused offense in any manner. Please inform me of your decision by the end of the week. You can find me at the old cemetery near the crypt under the sycamore tree.
By the end of the week?
If you refuse, I will resume my journey to find a soul that might help me. You're the only reason I'm in this town right now.
I can't focus. Close. Never encountered anything quite like him before. I want to help him, but a reminder of a late Bill. Nevertheless, a proper lady her age should know it's past time to find a real job or settle down with a good man. Who am I fooling? I need money especially now. Maybe you should really stop trying to make this work and find another job.
Dud falls from a bookshelf.
Huh? Wait, I remember that book. Achoo! Grandma, I just found this amazing book behind the bookshelf. So that's why you're sneezing so much. Here, let me clean it for you. Yeah, it's a mystery novel about a detective. See, it's based on a true story. True stories, true adventures. Sounds like everything you've always wanted. Oh, Grandma. You wouldn't believe what kind of situation your granddaughter has gotten herself into this time.
Chapter 4, End. What of you, right? Moon looks gorgeous from here. Definitely. This is one of the things I'll miss from this short stay at this town. And you, of course, Raven. Yes, I guess things didn't go quite as expected. People say life is a tale. It begins and it ends. The moon doesn't seem to mind that I'm still here, alone. Why am I still here?
Found you! Miss Eve! Why are you so startled? I just didn't expect to see you so soon.
Thankfully, I don't have a heart to have a heart attack.
Skull joke! By the looks of it, I would say you didn't expect to see me again anytime at all.
It's not the first time someone refuses to help me.
Here.
Thank you.
That was not one of those times. Not about your proposal. I think it's a good plan. Both would be winning. Consider yourself employed. Yes, did you hear that, Raven? I got a job. Hey there. I can see you got a friend here.
Yes, that's Raven. First and only friend I have here so far.
Not really creative with names, are you? Well, you can add one more to your list. We can start working together tomorrow.
So it's a deal?
Deal.
Promises by moonlight should be taken seriously.
I know.
The Drifter, Chapter 5.
Hey, so you've made it. Looking sharp for your first day at work.
Thank you, little lady.
And who is this? Oh, that's Remy. He doesn't seem that fond of you, but don't worry, bonehead. He doesn't like me much either. I should tell you enough about his bad taste.
Oh boy.
Don't mind, Remy. Here, let me show you around so you can get started.
Working.
Coffin in the forest in the middle of nowhere. Not any kind of marking above it. Maybe the person that buried him did not care enough or did not want the body to be found. At the same time, the coffin was not buried that deep into the ground and could be easily found if someone did actually stumble upon it. Stone that mysteriously glows. Mentioned there was something carved in it. Could indicate some type of magic, maybe linked to his situation.
There was something evil about that stone. Tossed it away the first moment I left the coffin.
Pity he doesn't have it. Would be a nice clue to start with. Wonder if the stone is still in the forest. Ragged woods, he called it. Even if it's not, magic leaves traces, like any other kind of energy. And that is something I can work with. If it's actually linked to John's situation, it's a powerful magic. Probably the energy still lingers there, and I'd be able to do reading and grasp what kind of magic we're talking about. So little to work with. That would be our best bet. Let's go back to Ragged Woods.
Prices, chatter.
Train tickets and lodgings are so expensive. Guess it's because it's a long trip. John said the closest village to the forest was pretty far away, but even so. Now, thankfully, with his help, I can speed up the process and get the work done faster, which means faster payments. Quickly adjusted to a fluid work routine. John was a fast learner. He was an amazing assistant. And indeed, made the greatest tea ever. I never imagined tea could be this good. Doesn't look that special. And you only think that things that look pretty taste good. 2 weeks and we already have enough money for the travel expenses. That was fast. You've been amazing. Thank you, John.
Happy to help. But we have enough money for only one person so far, right?
Yes, but I think we can figure out a way for you to tag along and not pay for another ticket. Maybe he will fit.
Why are you looking at me like that? Chapter 6, knock knock.
Huh? It's late. I wonder who it could be. It's your friend Kezia. I just checked.
I know. I may be dead, but I'm no ghost. People can still see me. I will hide so I don't give your friend a heart attack.
Papa. Eve, thank God. I was so worried. Oof, about what? Tell you inside. Oh, what a cold night. You can come in. So good to see you safe. And why wouldn't I be? I know you don't like it when I do this. I just had one of those instinctive urges to do a card reading for you. Z! I know, but my hands were itching. My instincts were telling me to do it. So I pulled the cards. But the results were so... Just had to come see if you were okay. Appreciate your worry, but I'm still in one piece, see? Whoop, hey, you should leave. Wandering too late at night is dangerous. Come on, dear. If there's something not dangerous at night, it's me. Oh, here we go. Besides, is this how you treat your best friend? Hey, that's tea, right? Can I have some? So this visit isn't a total waste? Sit with me so I can tell you about the cards. Sure. Hang in there a bit more, John.
Chapter 6, end.
Kezia always talks a lot. She's still there. And got a bit more bonehead. Hopefully you won't get a cramp.
I'm made of bones. But this is really not comfortable. Oh, look who's here. Stare.
Snick it.
Now, that's not nice.
Thud. What was that? Must be Remy playing around. So tell me, what exactly you saw on those cards?
The Drifter, Chapter 7.
Kezia is the only friend I have in town. She knows about my peculiar gift and doesn't get creeped out like others. This was never really a problem for her as she's into the occult herself. She works as a fortune teller. The first card represents your past. The High Priestess. Secrets, sacred knowledge, a subconscious mind. The world which she protects and guards is one that may at first seem frightening, but has the potential to lead into the growth of the self. The second card represents the present, the Hanged Man. Needless sacrifice, uncertainty, in order to progress, there might be a need for repentance. The last card, the future, the Devil. Secrecy, obsession, the shadow self. Period of feelings of powerlessness and entrapment. Overall, it seems you got yourself now linked to some kind of dangerous situation or person. There's a hidden evil lurking there. Cards are warning. I know your line of work could be quite troublesome sometimes, so whatever you are doing now, just be careful, Eve. Please? Z has quite the talent for tarot. Her readings never miss. And that's the problem. Maybe John is the one she's talking about. Can I be more wary of him? Crash? Eve? Why is there a human skeleton on your floor? A human skull on your floor?
Roll. Tap, tap. Staring intensifies.
Stop!
Pop. So much hate in a little package.
I'm so sorry, John. Remy's not particularly fond of the dead. Wait a second. Necromancy? I knew you were into dark stuff, but not that much. The cards were right.
What? No, it's not what you're thinking.
Wow, and it talks too. This is some advanced stuff. It's not like that, Z. You sound more excited than scared. He's my client. After I explained the whole situation to Z, she looked simply curious and excited, as she is about most things. Should have known better. Z's curious mind will always win over her fear. Talking skeleton. Now that's something you don't see every day. This story is quite something too. I know. There's not many leads now, but I think I'll find something on this field trip we planned. But I'm still worried about you, Eve. Traveling alone with an undead creature? Not even I would do that. Come on, Z, you've met John. You really think he is a threat? Don't get me wrong. He was like a decent man, skeleton. But the cards never lie. Something is wrong. What if he's the one responsible for the situations the cards are talking about? For all we know, he could have been some kind of psycho before he died and lost his memory. No, I doubt that. Why? You hardly know him. He's got a point. I thought about this before, too. Even if it seems John has the best intentions, he's no ordinary creature. I should be careful. The more I think about it, I have this feeling that I can trust him. You and your intuition. I guess the best I can do is trust you too. Your cards hardly miss, so does my intuition. Still, I'd keep an eye open if I were you.
The Drifter, Chapter 8. Noise, noise.
My heart is beating faster. There's too many people here. Visiting crowded places often makes my senses overwhelmed. Means there are more things to see. Just focus, Eve. I tend to prefer to stay at home and avoid crowded places because of this. Home is my safe haven. Still, I've missed this. The feeling of going someplace new and far away.
And in. Open.
You ready? Sorry about the suitcase thing, but you've got to admit it's way less risky than actually having you disguise as a passenger before.
Please, let's just not talk about that.
Okay, we'll have to wait till nightfall to go to the forest.
Why's that?
At night, especially full moon nights like this one, like the one we'll have tonight, space between the worlds becomes a bit thinner. This will help me do an easier energy reading, especially for an object from 10 years ago. We need all the help we can get.
Miss Eve, can I ask you a question?
Sure. We have some time on our hands. We have some time on our hands now. Might as well use it. Already told you. You can call me just Eve.
I did not know about drifters until I found myself dead. Actually, I learned a lot of things after I died. Now I know all those creatures we thought were only myths actually do exist. Ghosts, vampires, werewolves, you name it. These creatures are pretty common in our imagination, but I have never heard about drifters. Until in one of my journeys, someone said a drifter could help me. And then I found you. Still, I don't know. What exactly are you?
I'd say we're pretty boring compared to all the things you mentioned. No super strength or invisibility. It's like we are a radio. The world has different stations, and each station a different realm. Usually humans can see only their station, their material world. But the spiritual realm is vast, and drifters can tune to all those other stations. We interact with energy in all of its forms.
That does not sound boring at all.
Okay, maybe I used the wrong word, but it definitely doesn't make my life easier. Guess I learned to live and make some use of it.
Do you know any other drifters?
No, it's always been me.
Interesting. Must be a rare power. I mean, it's like we have the light spectrum, and instead of only viewing the visible light, like the normal human eye would do, you can see all the other wavelengths in the spectrum too.
Whoa, exactly. I guess that's a nerdy way to put it, haha.
Who knows? Maybe I was an astronomer or a physicist. Shrug.
Maybe. Even slightly curious about what your life was like?
I'm not interested at all. Actually, Eve, there's a way you can send me to the afterlife without having to gain my memories back. That would be ideal.
I can't think of anything more precious to lose than memories. His indifference about it annoys me a bit. But maybe he's right to do so. Maybe remembering all of it would be like dying again. for a second time.
Chapter 8. End. Next.
A beautiful full moon night. The moonbeams carve through the leaves like blades, making the path somewhat clear. Still, this doesn't make this place any more inviting.
The Drifter, Chapter 9. Swoosh.
The wind is getting stronger. I wonder if... Whoosh! Aha! They knew I would find them here.
Find what?
Whoosh! Spirits of the forest. You can usually find them in old isolated forest. When you described ragged woods, I thought it would be the case.
Can they help us? I can't see them.
Energy is really subtle. Subtle and light. And that's why I also wanted to come in the full moon night. It would be easier to spot them. They're ancient, as the age of the forest. They know about everything that took place here. So if the stone is still here, they can probably help us find it, right?
Wait, they can probably help us find it, right?
Whoosh. It really depends. You're kind of unpredictable and a bit shy. But if they say you mean no harm to the forest, they will help you. Wow.
The face you're making. Almost making me envious that I can't see them too.
Sorry, I can't really help myself. You're just so gorgeous. Thank you for welcoming us. You must remember my friend here. He lost his green stone in this forest. Can you help us find it? Whoosh. He's sprinting ahead. Forgot to add, they're a bit impatient too. Quickly, follow me. Oh, you could go a bit slower. It's hard to run around with this big dress, you know.
Thud. Stop.
John!
I'm not feeling really well. I do not know coming back here again would be this hard.
Are you okay? Of course, I should have known. This place must be full of painful memories for him. And so close to it again, I can't even imagine.
Go on. I just need a minute.
But John...
Go, before you lose sight of it. I'll catch up with you. You said it yourself, they are impatient.
Okay, stay here. I'll be back soon.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
The lake. It's around here, right? Wait! Weird. Why did it leave so suddenly? Doesn't matter. I should be close enough. I must do this quickly. John's waiting. Time for an energy reading. Who's there?
Now. Such a pretty thing all alone in this cursed place. I wonder what you are doing. Chapter 9 End. Hey everyone, Arthur here. Got an important announcement to make. There won't be updates for the next 2 months. I know, not the kind of thing you wanted to hear. Thing is, on the next 2 months, I'll travel abroad for a course besides working on my normal job too. It'll totally flip my routine, and I know that with so much going on, I won't have time to work on the Drifter as much as I could. I'm so sorry for this, but I want to thank you for all the support. You know the joy that this series and your comments bring me. See you all on May. You can find me at Dreamerisa on Instagram.
Smell of blood and danger. Strange aura. Vampire.
The Drifter, Chapter 9. Crack.
Stay back!
That's cute. Oh, these eyes. I haven't seen one in centuries. You're a drifter.
Stay back!
And a feisty one.
Ah!
I always thought that an ability like that on a weak human body was a waste. I wonder if I suck you dry, will your powers transfer to me as well? Twitch.
I had my fair share of supernatural encounters to know it's always important to carry with you a supernatural repel kit, especially if you're going to an ancient forest in the middle of the night. I think I have some holy water. Might be enough to distract him, if only for a moment. His grip is too strong. This way I might pass out before I can reach it.
You're not scared, I will give you that. But it is as the old saying goes, all beauty must die. Let her go. Bum bum. What? Step aside, freak. Who? Ah! Crack.
That's the sound of bones breaking. I can breathe again.
Ugh. What exactly are you? Ugh. Until another time, Drifter. Oof. Are you okay?
Yes, I will probably just have the biggest bruise on my neck tomorrow. As a souvenir, but I'm happy it's only that.
I'm glad it's only that too.
That vampire's bones with the pure strength of his hands. John was just a skeleton of an ordinary man. Wouldn't have enough strength to stop a vampire. Is something he's hiding from me? What kind of man exactly were you, John? Seems the vampire noticed it too. And cautious enough to not fight something he doesn't know what it is. Maybe Z was right? Should I be more suspicious of him? A normal man would have this strength. And again, probably just save my life.
Ugh.
John?
It's just that pain again.
You shouldn't be here.
No, I will stay. Who knows what else hides in these woods? Let's find this thing.
His posture relaxed the moment the vampire went away. Was him holding back his pain? Was he holding back his pain this whole time? We're close now. This should be quick. Forest spirit is gone. The stone is closer. I can feel it. Subtle energy pulsing. Different from everything in this forest. So faint it is hard to grasp it. Focus, Eve. There! There's no magic in the stone anymore. Only traces of what it was. Probably it was casted on John. Marking. Wonder what it means. I know Witcher mage. One of the few things I know about magic is that it all starts with an intention. It's a powerful energy. It's a language I can understand. Energy. Ooh. A wretched object full of hate and wicked intentions aiming towards one person. No doubt, magic linked to this stone was not a simple spell or enchantment, but a curse. Chapter 10. End. How? Why? Who? If I know the answers to these questions, I'll uncover John's mystery. We have a strong lead to believe this rune is the how, but it's not as easy as it seems, Grandma. I'm not familiar with runes. I wonder what else we could uncover if I actually understand the meaning of those symbols and how the curse works. Not gonna lie, this case, it's getting me pretty excited. It's nice to have John around too. It's like one of those stories from the books you used to give me. Except this is real. The suffering is real. Must be calm where you are, Grandma. Wonder why I've never seen you after you're gone. Because my abilities can only take me so far. I really hope I can help him get to this same peaceful place.
The Drifter, Chapter 11.
Ah, the library. My favorite place in the whole city. So peaceful. Unless you're someone like me who frequents the occult section of the library.
What?
Oh well. Then they'll get some judging, not so friendly stares. Hope I can find some answers about runes here.
Is this the book you want, miss? Runic knowledge through the ages. Interesting, but a bit outdated. This one is much better.
I appreciate the suggestion. Whoop. Why is he staring? Feel his eyes on my back.
Sorry. It's just that it's rare to see someone wandering in this section. You have quite peculiar taste, young lady.
Knowledge is knowledge. Is he mocking me? He does seem to find the situation quite amusing.
I agree, and by your tone, I think you might have taken offense. Please don't misunderstand me, miss. If having such interests is considered odd, then I am just as guilty.
Oh, sorry for my abruptness. I'm just used to receiving judgmental looks for being here. Now that's new. Ah, we were whispering. Now we're being... shush! We were whispering. Now we're being too loud as well.
Strange. Seems listening actually gets better as you age.
Shouldn't make me laugh now.
Well, if you're truly interested in the subject, there's a lecture happening this week that you might find intriguing.
History of Arcane Knowledge Runes with Professor Lucian Morgan, lecturer at the Rutherford University. This could be useful, even if the lecture isn't enlightening. I'm sure I'll find some old eccentric obsessed with the topic who will eagerly answer my questions. Maybe Professor Morgan himself.
A few days later. Oh, this was so enlightening. How does he know all this stuff? I've heard he travels the world studying ancient traditions and artifacts. No wonder he knows so much. Professor Morgan is the best.
Definitely did not expect him, of all people, to be Professor Morgan. Now it all makes sense. No wonder he seemed like a know-it-all back in the library.
This one is great for beginners, and this one.
Rutherford University. Best university in the entire country, and he works here. Impressive. I remember there was a time when I was younger that I wanted to be a part of this academic world as well. The crowds, every day. I wouldn't be able to endure it. Crowded and small environments have a lot of psychic noise for me. It often leads to sensory overload. It's like holding a door. The more weight on the other side, it gets harder to keep the door closed.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
This feeling is starting to creep in. I need to leave the room now.
Was my lecture so dull that you wanted to slip away without a word?
No, it was fantastic. I have a lot of questions for you, but I
seem a bit pale. Are you feeling well? Perhaps a stroll outside for some fresh air would do you good. And you can ask me anything you want. Chapter 11, end. Interesting.
Okay, first question. Why didn't you tell me you were Professor Morgan?
Oh, that? I thought it would be a fun surprise. Fun to surprise you.
Is this supposed to make me feel less annoyed?
Plus, me inviting you to my own lecture doesn't sound that reliable, does it? Probably wouldn't come.
Think about everything, don't you? Wow.
Drifter, Chapter 12. So, did you find any answer for your questions in the books I recommended?
I did find some interesting things, like how you can combine runes to create different meanings.
Yes, they are called bind runes. Even combined, just looking at the symbol's meaning is kind of vague. Can you discover the purpose?
Even combined, just looking at the symbol's meaning is kind of vague. Can you discover the purpose of a rune solely by their description? By their inscription? When I was studying back at home, I found out the rune was a combination of two symbols, Ir and Ewas.
Whoop. Okay, ads coming up.
Ewas relates to the idea of transformation, a link between opposites, while Ir is related to endings, death. Still, this all is too vague to actually grasp the details on how the curse works.
Could be that the rune you are studying was created with more complex methods. After all, the inscription is merely a way of channeling that attention, but it's up to the mage that created the rune to twist and work on that energy if he wants more. It's like a hidden layer. The inscription symbol is only a book cover. A rune speaks in more ways than one. But creating a rune like that requires some advanced skills.
I think that's the case.
Wow. You have such fine work with you. Do you let me see it?
I don't have it with me right now, and besides, lest you don't see might bring you bad luck.
Why?
I think it was created for a curse.
A curse? Would you want to meddle with a cursed rune? That could be dangerous.
The rune's magic was already used. Now it's nothing but an empty vessel.
Oh. Are you trying to break the rune's curse?
You do have a curious mind, Professor.
That's because you're just tempting me with this story. I'm a scholar, you know. And besides, I can tell you have a mind just as curious as mine.
To be honest, by your lecture, I thought you were only interested in the historical and anthropological aspects of occultism and the supernatural. But talking to you now, it seems you actually believe in all of it. Do you?
I believe in things that go even beyond that, Miss Bennett. The stars in the sky above us keep burning, but it isn't for you, and it ain't for me neither. Only fools would think the world is plain as simple as it seems.
You drool while sleeping. What would your future husband say? Ew. Just advice. Go away, Amalia. Just advice from one lady to another lady. Anyway, have you found anything new? No. I now know the meaning of the inscription, but it's too vague. It's like only seeing the cover of a book. I'm afraid I have reached a dead end. What else could this stone tell me? Maybe something in the runic language we're missing.
Rune speaks in more ways than one.
Language, yes! we need to speak the same language as the rune to understand it. Well, good luck with that. We try finding an old Viking ghost? No, not like that. We all know this rune was created with wicked intentions and is related to death, as the runic symbols say. All this negative energy creates really low vibrations. You could say that's another type of language too. If we could reach a similar low frequency and then do an energy reading, we'd be talking the same language. And then hopefully I'd be able to grasp how the curse actually works.
Chapter 12, end. New series announcement. Stories about space and time, literally. Ooh. Actually, this is an old project that has been collecting dust on my PC for some years. So now would be I thought now would be a good time to finally share it online webtoon. The comic is a collection of short stories that follows Gravity and his cosmic gang living their daily lives in outer space. No worries, the Drifter's schedule will stay the same. The whole Stories About Space and Time comic is already finished. I just need to translate it to English and adjust it to webtoon format. Please follow me on this new project and show love. I'd really appreciate it. Aw, that's cute. I like that. I'll have to check that out. Absolutely not.
What? It's a good idea.
This sounds way too risky. You need to reach a really low vibration to whoop. Brah. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody who is stuck in ad hell. The ads do support what we do here at the Endless Archives. Please consider subscribing, but only if you're able to. And if you like, you can also support us with your free subscription you get from Amazon Prime. Daddy Bezos doesn't need the money, so if you want to toss it at me or anyone else, we definitely appreciate it. If you like, you can also use Twitch Turbo. Twitch Turbo is a great way to support everybody on Twitch without having to worry about multiple subscriptions. And if you want to support me directly, you can check out my Ko-fi page where you can commission my voice acting work or just tip me if you want. And you can also check out my Rogue Energy
energy affiliate link. You can use that to get a nice discount off an energy supplement that I really enjoy. I like it. I use it during my workouts whenever I can work out. And if you want to join my Discord, feel free to.
This sounds way too risky. You need to reach a really low vibration to match this cursed rune. How would you even do that?
I was thinking about finding a really grim place and channeling the energy from that place. By allowing myself to channel the negative energy from a dark place, I'd be able to match the rune's energy. Remember the radio and station metaphor we talked about some days ago? If I tune myself closer to the frequency I want, the sound comes out clearer. That's what we need if we want to understand the curse. Oh! What about the abandoned asylum in the outskirts of town? Do you agree with this madness? I can already picture it. Dilapidated mental asylum with a dark history where tortured souls are set to linger. The energy of past trauma and despair could provide us with potent channel.
Why do you all look so excited saying all of this stuff?
And it's far from curious eyes.
This is a terrible idea.
A bad idea is better than no idea at all. Amalia, you're supposed to help me out here. Even if your face doesn't show it, I can tell you're frowning. Lighten up, bonehead. In the end, we'll be one step closer to freeing you.
Smile? But wait, is it possible for you to smile?
And for you to smile, I mean blah, 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 blah. Back in the woods, you risked yourself to save me. The least I could do is try my best to help you. Besides, you were looking for help from a drifter, weren't you? This is how we do it. I don't mind taking some risks.
Drifter, Chapter 13.
Whoosh.
Did you take a look around?
Yes, not a soul in sight.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. You're not even inside yet, but I can already sense the heavy atmosphere here.
Not a living soul in sight, then? Just what we needed, I guess. This place looks dreadful. What happened here?
This asylum was closed before I was even born. So all I know are the rumors and stories. Most of the people once hospitalized here never left. There were numerous rumors of mistreatment and violence. As you can guess, people don't care what happens to people in these kinds of places. They would rather forget that these places and people even exist, so nothing was ever done. It's tragic. Its tragic story was put to an end 30 years ago. The fire destroyed part of the building and the lives in it.
Are you sure you still want to do this?
Yes. Let's go.
Tap, tap, tap. Rip.
So many specters. I see a lot of ghosts here. They are all harmless lost souls.
Where do you want to perform the channeling?
Let's go to the west wing of the building, the part affected by the fire. That type of accident leaves deep scars, not only physically. That must be the place here with the most low vibrational energy. For a second, I thought I sensed a stronger presence lurking here too.
What is it?
Nothing. Let's keep going. This place should do.
Okay, how do we proceed?
Now I'll channel the energy from this place while meditating in the rune. I'll do this until I can match the rune's vibration. Salt circle to help keep evil spirits away.
Is this some kind of magic?
No, I'm not a witch. But I suppose if I was, it would make this much easier. As a drifter, I can interact with energy, remember? Though this will all be quite a challenge. I have done something similar before, but nothing out of this magnitude.
Is there anything I can do to assist you?
Just make sure nothing disturbs me. What I'm about to do will definitely attract some attention from the spirits here. Be sure to not wake me from any trance until I'm finished, okay?
Stressful waiting.
Got it.
Yay. Well, whatever you're going to do, just be careful. Nod.
I'll try to be as quick as possible. Oop. Channeling. It's like diving into a deep well. Body gets heavier as I descend. Darkness, but there's blood on the wall. There's blood in the candle. Flickering, flashing, crashing, burning.
Thud. Nothing. Something is wrong.
Crack, shatter. Chapter 13. End. Written story by Dreamerisa. Beta reader Sam Smith. Please read. The Burning Heart of Victoria. That looks neat. I will add that to the list. Main heart of Victoria. There is. Oh, it was last posted on December 31st. Probably on hiatus, but more than likely they might have abandoned it, but oh well. I would still read it.
Blood on the wall, blood in the candle, the green flashing, crashing, burning.
Grab.
Help me, please. What is going on? Hang in there. No time to think.
No.
Huh? Wait, I know this place. This is the asylum, and this is the day of the fire.
Thud. Nothing.
Huh? Help me, please. Again. Just now by the part of the ceiling? What on earth is going on?
Halt.
Wait. This is the part where
Crash.
same things are happening again. Obviously couldn't have traveled to the past. So what is this? Memory? It's almost like some sort of time loop.
No, I don't want to go.
He's too scared to move. This wasn't supposed to happen. To dove deeper into the abyss of dark energy. That is this place I must have stumbled into this memory loop. This isn't ordinary. This loop must have supernatural causes. But what entity could be behind this?
Drip. Whoop. Oh, God.
A sorrow eater.
Crack, shatter, grab. Just crash. Hold. Ugh.
Although I could only see human spirits, sure there's something else here. Presence is completely ignoring me. For some reason it only wants to harm her. I think I can reach her because of the salt barrier. I don't think I can reach her because of the salt barrier. It's strong enough to move objects and trying to get to her and get her out. Eva, what are you doing there? Sorrow Eater devours others' tragedies. Must be consuming the memories of the souls that died in the fire in order to weave this illusion. Souls here are condemned to eternally live in this nightmare, trapped in a cycle that uses suffering to generate more suffering, feeding the entity.
Oh.
Can I get out of here? Can't stand this heat. Can't breathe properly. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Wait, that's the rune. Yes, it doesn't belong to this memory. I think it can serve as an anchor to reality again. Just a bit more. Got it.
Grip. Crash.
Huh? Memories aren't related to the asylum at all. Could they be from the rune? Eve, thank God you woke up. We need to leave now. So it was really you. A sorrow eater. What? Run! A sorrow eater. It's an evil entity. They usually settle in places where tragedies occur and feed on the sufferings of those poor souls lingering there. To do that, they trap those souls in an endless looping memory of the moment of their death. The trap keeps generating more suffering, which feeds the entity further. You weren't kidding. No, that's a bit much. You weren't kidding when you said you'd choose a creepy place. Of course I wouldn't choose this place if I knew there was a creature like this in here. We're almost there. Not step out of the asylum. I think he won't follow us anymore. Thank God. Let's just get out of here. Eve, what's wrong? I can't just leave these souls here to suffer eternally. You can't help them if you die too. How are you even going to confront this thing? You have to completely ignore me. It only wants to attack you. I'm going to exorcise this thing. You can leave if you want.
No more waiting. Let's go. Chapter 14, end.
Art by Dreamer Marisa, beta reader Sam Smith. Hello everyone, author here. Today I have a special announcement to make since next month is the Drifters 1-year anniversary. Time flies. I'm planning on doing our first Q&A. So feel free to drop any questions you have on the in the comments below. It could be about the process, story, characters, art, you name it. Don't ask me for spoilers. Thank you so much for all of your support and see you next month. Drifter 1-year anniversary Q&A. Been 1 year already working on a comic that takes a lot of time and effort, but I wouldn't have it any other way, especially because of your support. So thank you for sticking with me, my dear little comic this far. Creative process. Questions: are there any behind-the-scenes stories about the art, your chapter planning and drawing process? Otherwise, are there any details in the story or your art that you're really proud of, or that readers have missed and you'd like to share? My creative process looks like this: script, write down the chapter, storyboard, plan what each panel will show. Usually here, I source all the backgrounds I will use as well. Excuse me. This step is usually one that gives me the most headaches. Sketch time, Procreate. Inking plus coloring, Procreate. Final tweaks. Here I move to Photoshop so I can add all the text bubbles plus minor art tweaks. Lighting effects. Oh boy, this is the best part for me. Adding overlay layers is where the magic happens. It's like icing on the cake. Yeah, about the details. There's a detail I really like, but the story needs to progress more in order for you guys to notice it. Let's just say that some names are parallels of some existing figures. Ooh. Question: how much research goes into the information you present in your work? Love the comic, keep up the good work. Kel Lombard. This is obviously their username, but I don't read Korean, since I can't read it. I'm not fluent at all. Since this story takes place in a Victorian area-inspired world, from time to time I need to search how things were back then. The part I did most research was the rune scenes, but it's also a fictional world, so I try not to get too caught up in the details and use some poetic license. Question: how did you come up with the characters? Klein Kiwi. How did you find inspiration for your story? Emilian. I'm the type of person that when I like something, I really like something, to the point that sometimes it influences what I'm drawing. And I say this because before a writer, I'm someone that just loves to draw. For example, I'll tell you how my other comic, Stories About Time and Space, was created. Some years ago, I was really into, still am actually, astronomy. I'd read a bunch of books about it, watched documentaries. Naturally, I started drawing gravity on my sketchbook. And that's how the main character is usually born. They appear shyly on some corner of the sketchbook, influenced by something I'm really into at the time, and when you realize he's on a bunch of pages and you have created 3 more characters to keep him company and a pet, lol. What I'm trying to say is that for me, the characters always come before the actual plot, the hard part. At first, it was just John and Eve haunting my sketchbooks. The others came after I decided to create a story with the duo and put more effort into it. Talking about The Drifter, I think my main source of inspiration was a TV series, Penny Dreadful, and Mike Flanagan's series/movies. They are both full of dark, tragic, and supernatural elements, but they also explore a lot of characters' inner struggles and feelings. Songs inspire me a lot too. Some lyrics help me create dialogues and melodies, can set the right inspiration for a scene, or even characters. A curious example is Amalia. She got her name and was created because of Abel Korzeniowski's song Amalia. Neat. How many episodes can you expect for the first season? Have you planned anything yet? Miss Reimer. I know where the first season will end, but I don't have an exact number of episodes planned. All I can say is that there's still a lot to cover. Do you have any tips or advice for a beginner artist/writer myself? Actually start making your projects happen. Don't let them just live inside your head. I used to always tell myself that I need to get better at something / do this in order to start a certain project. It was never good enough. Always needed to tweak this, that, blah, blah, blah. Guess I was just trying to find an excuse to procrastinate and not actually make a move. I wanted everything to be perfect, but of course that day would never come. I'm not saying that you shouldn't prepare yourself, like if you feel your body proportions are a bit weird, go work on your anatomy. Plan to post your comic, don't start with just 3 chapters planned. Your story must have a decent skeleton, pun not intended, I swear, lol, before you start, so you know where you are going. But don't make this stop you forever. I feel like I've grown more as a comic creator after I started posting my comic than before when I was just preparing. As I went on with the story, the more I got familiar with the characters, the story flow, and it would get me started on drawing. I look at some of the art from the first chapters and cringe a bit, lol. Compared to the last chapter I did, I can see it has improved a lot. Don't get too caught up in the details. Some of the best ideas come with a flow as you go. And of course, making your creation public makes you feel more accountable for your work.
You just want to do your best. I know, I'm trying to learn to draw, but with ADHD, it's hard to like just sit down and do a task. It sucks. The story and characters. I'm curious, since you mentioned translating your work, what is the country of origin of your story, Kittimar? I'm from Brazil and usually write my script in Portuguese first. That's why I need to translate it to English after. About where the story takes place, it's a fictional country inspired by England during Victorian era. I would love to see or hear about early versions of your characters and their stories, RJR. At the beginning, where there was only Eve and John, there was no drifter plot. Eve was just a simple medium. The name of the story was The Spooky Adventures of Miss Eve, and John was one of her many spooky encounters. Eve was a lot more headstrong and grumpy, but in the end I decided a kind demeanor would suit her best. Deciding which hairstyle would suit her was also a struggle. Meh. Sharing some old sketches. Ooh. Forgive me, my lady, but I still do believe you'll need my assistance. Just leave me be. I can do this on my own. Which one of the characters is your favorite? Moonshadow. Hard question. I can't really decide between John and Eve. How did you settle on Joe Doe's design? He does not, Eric Giza. He does not have a proper face, so it's hard to make him expressive. So I thought this style would have to do that for him. So I made him as well-dressed skeleton that speaks eloquently and gently. Do you have any type of specific reasoning to how John can see, speak, not fall apart in the fact that he is a skeleton? Alyssa Fangirl 75. Because of his curse. We will learn more about the curse mysteries as we progress with the story. What is your favorite part about your comic, and what was the funnest part to work on when creating it? Bunny. I love creating scenes where we have some more heartfelt / deep dialogues and moments. These types of scenes are my favorite with the comic. I love me some melancholic vibes. For the funniest, I think must be the scenes with Amalia. They break a bit of the tension of the story. Question. How would Eve, John, Kezia look as a kid / Amalia as an adult? Also maybe gender bend? Oh boy, this will be fun. Adult Amalia loves to visit cute bakeries, has a big hat collection, the heartbreaker of the town, is not afraid to speak your mind. Young Amalia is already quick-witted, imagine an adult one. Gender bend, John's entry. Kezia, Eve, Evan? As kids, aww. Can't show John as a kid because that would spoil his appearance. Meanwhile, we can check Eve's and Kezia's reaction to a photo of him younger. Oh, he was cute. That's all for now. Special thanks to everyone that sent questions. See you all next month. See you all next update this month. How are you going to perform the exorcism? It's not really an exorcism, it's more like an energy transfer. Using my ability to manipulate spiritual energies, I can transfer his negative energy to another realm, one far from here. Have you done this before? Well, I've had a few cases where I visited houses haunted by dark spirits. Sometimes a spirit makes them leave. Sometimes a conversation makes them leave. They're all just sad and lost souls. Other times, let's say I need to be more persuasive. And that means an exorcism. Precisely. That's not a simple ghost, Eve. We're talking about a powerful entity here. It should work the same. This will require just more effort, I think. That's why we should weaken him first. So this is the first time you really try to exorcise something that's not a ghost? Yes? When you put it like that, it doesn't sound like a nice plan. Still, if that's their only hope. Drifter, Chapter 15. Seems smaller compared to before, inside the burned wing room. The souls trapped there are its main source of power. Perhaps moving away from them will weaken it. Oh wait, no, this is her. It seems smaller compared to before, inside the burned wing room. If the soul's trapped there, its main source of power, perhaps moving away from them will weaken it. That's a good theory. It would explain why it's so wary about leaving the asylum. If only we could get the Sorrow Eater out of there to weaken it even more. That's odd. It doesn't seem to be looking at us. It ignored me before. All of its focus was on you. Well, it's ignoring us both now. Wait here. Wait, if I get closer, it still doesn't acknowledge me. Wait, what is that? Tree! A rune. It is attracted to the rune. Of course, the rune carries extremely negative energy and memories related to John's suffering. It must see the rune as another source to feed itself.
as if in search for yet another place to create traps and illusions. Those memories are definitely linked to the rune. Sean! It's attracted to the rune's negative energy. That's why it tried to attack me inside, because I was the one carrying the rune. It seems like it's not enough to make it want to leave the building.
Eve, give me the rune.
What? But touching it hurts you. Don't you remember back in the woods? That thing was created by
That thing was created by wicked people. If there's any suffering emanating from it, I know it's mine. Those long lost days underground and whatever happened before it. The object of suffering and the victim together, like a full course meal. You won't be able to resist it. I can be the bait and run as far as I can from here. If we're right, it will follow me and get weaker as it distances itself from the asylum. The moment you see an opening, do what you must do. I don't mind some risks too.
It's okay. Whoa. It's working. Sorrow Eater's coming out. Keep going, Sean. It's shrinking. Grr, grr. Now it's up to me.
Oh, damn it. Can't see. I can feel an ominous presence closer. I can't see it. I can feel an ominous presence closer and closer.
Feeling weak from the channeling. This won't be enough. No. Can't fail them now. You don't need to suffer anymore. I don't want you to suffer anymore.
The ominous presence is gone. She did it.
Souls are finally free. Are you okay?
Yes. I left the rune in the woods as soon as I could feel that thing vanished. We need to get it back later.
That's good. That's good. Whoa.
Eve! Chapter 15, end. Artist, streamer, Isa, beta reader, Sam Smith.
Tweet, 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 tweet. Grandma, can't you hear him? That little bird is there calling all day.
Don't worry, darling. He must be hungry. I'm sure his mother will arrive soon with some delicious worms.
Ew! Tweet, 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 tweet. Guess I was always attracted to broken things. Oh. Tweet, tweet. Oh, your mama. She left you, right? Tweet, tweet. They were different. That made them outcasts. Don't worry, I'm here now. That made them lonely. That made them suffer. I'll take care of you.
Land. Look who's here. It isn't the Witch of Lilhelm.
What do you have there? Nothing, it's just a bird. Stop, you'll hurt him. Tweet, tweet, just give it to me.
Let's see. Ew, what is this crooked thing?
Falling like that, it's your own fault.
Finder Churcher's eyes glow in the dark.
Freak! Tweet. That feeling is more familiar than I wanted to. Too familiar to wish it for anyone.
Chapter 16.
Huh? Z? Z? Why am I at your house? Eve! You woke up finally. I'm so worried. Ouch. Your skinny friend brought you in unconscious 3 days ago. You don't know the scare he gave me. I blacked out for 3 days? Ah, yes. I truly did that. I think I've never felt so exhausted as in that moment. But I did it. In a brief moment in that fire, I picked up the rune. Saw some glimpses of the rune's past. Must be a consequence of the Sorrow Eater trying to dismantle the memories linked to the rune in order to create another one of his illusory prisons. But everything was so quick and cut up that they don't make much sense. Still, this can be a new starting point from here. Maybe this encounter with the Sorrow Eater was not so bad after all. Why are you so excited? Barely woke up, but I bet you're already coming up with another plan, right?
Busted.
Stop it right there, Missy. John told me everything that happened. Eve, why take so much risk? Something horrible could have happened, not to mention you blacked out afterwards. You obviously crossed your limits. Don't you see? As the cards say, things get more dangerous the more you get involved with him. Big risk lead to big revelations. I know what John's curse is. Did not have a lot of time to think about it during the Sorrow Eater chase. The initial plan was successful. Asylum's low energy frequency helped me to tune into the rune, so I got access to its secrets. It was like reading a recipe. The memory glimpses I got from the Sorrow Eater were merely a bonus, too scattered and abstract to make sense of it, at least for now. Amidst all of the dark secrets, for one thing, I'm relieved. Thank God it didn't show me the memories from the actual curse ritual. Only picturing it already gives me shivers. You found out? Do you know how to break the curse? I know what the curse is, but that doesn't mean I know how to break it. But, oh Z, it's too much. Should I tell him the ritual, all he went through? Should I really tell him? No one knows what shadowy memories haunts them. Sometimes it's for a reason. John doesn't need to know traumatic details from his past. This won't help him. Yes, all he needs to know is how to break the curse. Sword details I can keep to myself. Eve. So reckless with yourself, but at the same time so thoughtful about others' feelings. You went through all this to discover exactly this. I know he's your assistant/client. No, your friend, and you want to protect him. This is not your choice to make, but his. Plus, I know that skeleton has only good bones in his body. Probably won't pressure you to talk now that you've recovered. So you have to bring it up yourself. He deserves to know. Sounds like you finally earned your favor. John visited every night to check up on you. He seemed genuinely worried and even showed me his little raven friend. Who befriends a raven? Besides, his team-making skills would win over anyone. Can't disagree on that. But Eve, please talk to John.
Talk to me about what? The door was open, so I...
Eve, you woke up. Thank God.
What did you want to tell me?
It's about an important book I need to show you at home. Because of this book that I was able to recognize the Sorrow Eater.
Flap. Oh, really? Interesting.
You can walk me home later, so I'll show it to you.
No, you can't hide these things. Art by Dreamer. Art and story by Dreamer. Beta reader is Sam Smith.
Death to the flesh, your body remains, shall be your eternal armor. For now, you will wear death in your new life. Got the morbs?
Sorry, what were you saying?
I said I was worried, taking so long to wake up. But it seems like you're the one looking troubled now. What is it? Cloak borrowed from Z?
I'm still feeling a bit weak, that's all.
Going through alleyways to avoid being seen. Shouldn't have pushed yourself so hard.
But if you saw what I did in that illusion, you know that anyone would have done the same.
Risking your own life for strangers. Strangers that are not even alive? No, definitely not anyone. Your life is too precious, Eve. Your life is precious too, Eve.
Whoosh. John, there's one thing I learned as a drifter, is that all existences are precious.
Drifter, Chapter 17. Use some.
This is the book I wanted to show you. Grandma wouldn't let me near it as a child because there are some things in there worthy of nightmares.
Forbidden book. Basically begging...
A forbidden book. It's basically begging me to read it. But I did it secretly anyways. Back then I thought it was all make-believe, just a story. But with time, I started to see some of the creatures from the book. That's when I knew they were all real.
Looks like a supernatural bestiary. This is amazing. So detailed. Even has some illustrations, wow.
This is the Sorrow Eater we encountered at the asylum.
Ugh, definitely not a pleasing sight. I'm somewhat glad I couldn't see him. Also, this book looks ancient. Where did you get it?
That's because it is, somewhat. My great-great-grandmother made this book.
But how did she know about all of this stuff?
My grandma told me that she had one eye just like mine, same violet hue.
Wait, so she was...
A drifter? I think so. Her name was Hulda. I believe Grandma knew what I was the moment I was born, exactly because I had the same eyes as her. Grandma used to say Hulda had most of her visions in her dreams. She traveled in her sleep to distant realms instead of seeing them overlapping with our reality as I do. Hulda was also a great artist, so every time she dreamed of a creature, she drew it. The book is a collection of the beings she saw in those visions.
Impressive. Maybe because she only had one violet eye, that meant her powers did not have the same reach as yours. That could be why her abilities only manifested in her dreams.
That's my theory as well, but honestly, the reach and purpose of my abilities are a mystery even for me. All I know about drifters and supernatural creatures comes from this book, old legends and grandma stories about Hulda. I wish I knew another drifter. I have so many questions. We'd have so much to talk about.
Tap, 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 tap. Is everything ready for today's ritual?
Yes, sir. All things are in place as requested.
Halt.
The moon looks marvelous tonight.
Yes, it reminds me of a full moon night I spent once in an ancient forest. I remember when I first saw the forest spirits. Thousands of them fighting with the moon to see who's the brightest in the dark night.
What would I give to see the things you see, sir? The sublime hidden layers of our world. Please tell me more about your visions.
The sublime is disappointingly elusive, my friend. All you can recall is what it felt like, so it is nearly impossible to describe it.
Oh boy. There's another drifter, and he's leading a cult. I'm not surprised. Happy holidays, and this is a cute holiday piece. Thank you for supporting my work this year. Hope you all have a great 2024. Reading absentmindedly. But Eve, please talk to John. He deserves to know. John?
Yes?
There's something I need to tell you. At the asylum, the channeling was successful, Fidget. I could read the rune's curse.
Oh, close.
Let me be clear. I still need to discover how to break the curse. But now I know how it works and what they did to you.
You don't want to tell me. I can tell by your face. Is it that bad? I guess I was right after all.
What do you mean?
I always had this strange feeling that whatever caused my death was something that was best forgotten. Something that would haunt me forever if I came close to it.
That's why you told me you didn't want to get your memories back?
One of the reasons, yes.
John, you don't have to force yourself to do this. I wouldn't stop trying to find a way to break your curse, you know it. I could do it all by myself. You wouldn't need to be involved in anything, and...
But I must know the truth if I'm to move forward. I can't place the whole burden on someone else, even if they kindly offer to take it.
You said you didn't want to remember your past. I know, but I don't want to stop in time, Eve. I used to believe that after we die, that was the end of it all. But I was wrong. This strange existence and many other ghosts I have met are proof of it. The more time I spend with you, and even now looking at Hulda's book, and again how truly strange and mysterious this world is. So maybe it isn't so crazy to believe in all those other possibilities. Other possibilities? Oh, perhaps there is a heaven, hell, or even another life after this one. Maybe our existence now is just a fraction of many we have had in the past and will have in the future. I don't know. All I know is that I don't want to stop in time, Eve. I won't stay a fractured piece of myself, unable to grow and change. If I must go through hell again for that, so be it. Besides, telling me about the curse won't actually make me get the memories from my past life back. You know that. Does that even make a difference? It wouldn't change the fact that you know the cruel things they did to you in that ritual.
Step. They're trying to protect me. You trying to protect me is really endearing. But how'd I be able to help if I don't know what's going on?
His neck is thick.
Remember back in the asylum? We work better as a team. You need to stop trying to take on everything by yourself.
Doing things alone. I've been alone in this for such a long time. I'm familiar with pain. I always thought I was better at handling it than most people, so I could carry it by myself. Now I have John. Maybe it's okay to...
Tell me all you know, Eve.
And so I did.
Drifter, Chapter 18.
The Undead Guardian Curse. The one that triumphs over death. This ancient curse is a sinister combination of forbidden magic and human sacrifice. It is a dark and wicked type of magic that seeks complete domination of the victim, mentally and physically. The ritual starts with the cleansing of the body of the victim, so it is just as pure as the day it came to Earth. After the victim has its two wrists cut open to bleed out to a point where the line between life and death are almost overlapping, the victim must see death while still alive. At this moment, the victim's chest is cut with a ceremonial dagger. In this deep cut, cursed rune inscribed with magical symbols that twist the cycle of life is buried, thus establishing a link between the victim and the curse. However, the last step of the ritual is the one that truly activates the curse: death. After the final blow, the body must go through a funeral ceremony, anything that acknowledges its passage from the living to the dead. This way, the victim is buried. But with the rune in its chest, the victim rejects ordinary death. Death to the flesh, your bodily remains shall be your eternal armor, for now you will wear death in your new life. So the victim rises again as the Undead Guardian, for only those who have seen death can conquer it. Nothing can reap again what was once harvested. The Undead Guardian is a powerful being, but submissive to the will of its master, the one who buried the rune in its chest. Nothing but a loyal servant without a conscience of his own, ready to protect his master from the dead and the living, to follow his master's orders at any cost. However, in John's case, something went wrong. He rose again, but his mind remained intact, responding to his own free will. It's as if only half of the curse was effective. Such a vicious and complex curse. Why would someone do that to him?
Something in my eye. There we go. Chapter 18. Ending. Art and story by Tree Marisa. On Instagram, beta reader Sam Smith.
Mr. Walker was right. That ghost does like to throw things around. At least it wasn't an uneventful case like the one from last week, right?
I suppose. There you go.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be on my way now.
Wait, what about how about a chess match before you leave? It's been a while. Never get tired of losing, do you? Shush!
Maybe next time. I'm a bit tired now.
He's still distant.
The Drifter, Chapter 19. At the Rutherford University.
It's been a week since I shared with John everything I discovered about the curse. Been a bit distant ever since. He's still processing everything. Well, I can't really blame him. If I ever discovered I was part of a dark ritual, would I even want to continue? Whenever I ask John about it, he says everything is fine. Talks about my need to share my burdens with him since we are a team. But he should rely on me more as well. Enough of this, Eve. Let's focus on the task at hand. I'm tired of thinking. They said he would be here today. Knock, knock. Open. Oh, sorry.
Ms. Bennett. Oh, you're putting in contacts. You're, yeah. You're the one. I have a feeling.
Don't worry. Come in. Seems Paulin added she has me beat. What do I owe this delightful surprise?
I don't believe you.
Just wanted to give you this as a small token of gratitude.
Spectral threads, superstitious beliefs through time.
Spectral threads, superstitions, beliefs through time.
It already sounds like a fantastic addition to my collection. Thank you so much.
Phew, I was afraid that you would have already read whatever book I chose. Our last talk and your lecture were enlightening. It helped me get the answer I wanted.
Oh, I remember, the rune. So what was its purpose after all?
I'm sorry, but as a detective, I must keep my client's information private.
A detective, huh? I'd somehow say it suits you. Curious mind, remember? What is your line of work?
I'm a supernatural detective.
Loves everything paranormal related.
Oh! Now that's a far more interesting answer than I was expecting.
Most people often look down on me or dismiss me when I mention that I'm a supernatural detective. However, given Professor Morgan's own peculiar interest, I knew he wouldn't judge me in the same way. Makes me feel at ease.
Russell.
You have a great view from here.
It may be a pollen allergy season, but spring is my favorite time of the year. The university's botanical garden is at its peak now. Would you like to see it?
I'd stay here all day long if I worked here.
It is tempting, I must say.
So many plants I've never seen before. Look over there. What's that buzz about?
Chatter, chatter. Ah, that is a Mafalda, a rare type of flower, found only in the deserts of Thanalan. It can take almost 10 years to bloom. Lifetime in the shadows, perfecting itself to bloom only for a moment. Such a tragic waste.
I wouldn't say so. It's unfortunate, but isn't this the same thing that makes it so special?
Ooh, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, is it poisonous?
As most beautiful things are.
I guess things are rarely what they seem.
Indeed. After all, who would have thought you were a supernatural detective? I presume my stories about archaeological expeditions would impress you. It seems your stories must be far more fascinating than mine.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I'd say it's a tough competition. By the way,
do you have a business card? You've been a paranormal detective.
Sure, here. Have you upset any ghosts during your wanderings through ancient tombs that I should know about?
Perhaps. Or I might just want to see you again. Chapter 19, end. Boop. At the museum.
Museum, one of my favorite places. Oh, I missed coming here. Wow. Think about it. Paintings possess a similar ability to drifters, or to take you somewhere out of this world.
It seems you're fond of beautiful things just as I am, Drifter. Oh boy, chapter 20.
You, vampire from Ragged Woods.
I expected tonight would be dull. How wrong I was. Appears your white bone knight isn't around to interrupt us this time. Ah, how perfectly splendid. Tonight I'll finally be able to know what a drifter's blood tastes like and claim your powers for myself.
You won't attack me in front of all these people.
Yes, and you won't stay here forever. The museum will close soon. I can be patient and discreet.
Why do you want my abilities so badly?
I don't see how that's any of your business, Drifter.
This is bad. I obviously can't physically overpower him like John. I need to find another way out of this. Perhaps you want my abilities because you doubt your own strength. I guess that encounter in the woods with John must have really bruised your ego.
What? That's nothing to do with that. Besides, if I was in the mood for a fight, your skinny friend wouldn't stand a chance. Ugh. Lust for power, how boring. Humans are so simple-minded. My motives are much more interesting than that.
Must be an important reason then, as you're willing to risk it all.
What do you mean?
When we first met, you told me that you hadn't seen a drifter in centuries, yet you're willing to risk killing me without knowing if my abilities were transferred to you. I think a 50-50 chance is too big of a risk to take for something so important.
Well, it's a risk I'll have to take. Not like there's any other options.
You're wrong. You see, I'm a paranormal detective. I use my abilities for a living and have sharpened them over the years. I've experienced something that can't be inherited through blood alone. Besides, I can see you did your fair share of killing in these past few centuries, given the pack of angry spirits trailing behind you, making it up.
Really?
Indeed. You're making me anxious. Would you want to wake up with their glares and wails every morning?
I suppose not.
No, if you shared your story with me, I could take your case and help you.
So you want to work for me?
I believe this deal benefits both of us. You wouldn't risk your only chance, potentially having to wait for God knows how long until another drifter comes along, while I remain completely unscathed.
All that for the price of 3 money signs. Such a deal. And you only want me to pay you? And you also want me to pay you?
Well, of course. Professionals get paid for their work. Besides, from the way you dress, money is definitely not a problem. Or is it?
Of course not.
So do we have a deal?
Fine, we have a deal. At Eve's home. Silence.
So we meet again, Bone White Knight.
I believe Miss Bennett here has told you about me, your new client. Since we will be together for a while, how about we start over? No hard feelings, right? Silent. Come now, you act like I was the one that broke your arm. From undead to undead, and life is too long to brood over small things, right? I'm Adrian Callahan. John. John, just John. Well, nice to meet you, John, just John.
Good to see you two getting along. Very well. Now that the whole team is here, please tell us your story. My epic tale of woe. It all started as it usually starts. With a man and a woman. Chapter 20 end. Art and story by Dreamer Issa, beta reader Sam Smith. Amazing. The Drifter, Chapter 21. Many centuries ago, I was a minstrel drawn to the beauty of life and things that are hard to describe, things that can only be felt. And during that time, I finally found that in that little village, the one described in the love songs I sang and heard my entire life. I cannot. I would have all the village hear how you set my heart ablaze. Wait, no, shush! Sing not to me your songs of love. My mother ye shall wake. I cannot. I would have all of the village hear about how you set my heart ablaze. My sweet Emma, the sweetest of serenades I have but for you. Love should not be hid, but sent aloft like a banner for all to see. Look at this pretty face. This again. Why does your mother hate me so? Wait. Oh, Adrian, I told you. Your mother says that I cannot be your bride. Oh, look at this pretty face. This again. Why does your mother hate me so? All men are false. They'll tell you wicked love and lies, she says. And the very next evening they'll court another, leave you alone to pine and sigh. It's true, I know. I've seen it thus. What do you mean? My mother was a handsome devil. Good Lord only knows how many hearts he deceived. My mother still suffers to this day from his infidelity. So go court another tender maiden and hope that she will be your wife. For I have been warned and thusly decided to sleep alone all of my life. Speak not such sorrowful words. Come now, my cherished dove. Allow me to take all those worries away. I even brought your favorite jam tarts. Resolute. Fine. You make me go up there, huh? Stop, you will hurt yourself. Afraid of heights. Things I do for love. Do not look down, Adrian. Do not look down. See? Undamaged, myself and my loot. You're mad, Adrian. And you're blushing. See? Love never hides. Cannot smother my cheeks like a candle. No matter how many times you light them, they will not burn out. Hug. Emma, come to me tomorrow in the first morning light. Let us run away. I know you have always wanted to see this village, to leave this village, to see the wider world. Oh, Adrian, my heart's gleam. I'm not like you. To be always on the road, this kind of life. I fear I'm not brave enough. Pulls away. You are far braver than you know. Compromise, perhaps. We can visit some villages, and once we find one we like, we can settle there. You? Peripatetic to the last, settling down? One could say I finally found what I was seeking. Schmooch. The only thing between us was her mother. She never liked me. I guess the correct thing to say is that she would hate any man who threatens to take her daughter away. An obstinate effort to protect her child from the love pains she endured. An envious attempt to keep her child unloved in the same miserable life as hers? I'd never know, because by the time her heart was already too dark for me to read. I wasn't afraid. I was in love. However, danger came silently in one dark night in the form of a beautiful silver dagger. Oh. While I was sleeping, a single thrust into my heart. Blood poured out of me as the magic from the dagger found its way inside. I could only see a silhouette. It was too dark to see the culprit's face. I still remember the alien sensation running through my veins, pain of bleeding your life away, and at the same time fearing those evil changes taking place inside you. Suddenly, the light was brighter, the sounds louder. I felt everything at once. Most of all, I could sense a type of primal hunger. Everything that I could see and hear was red. I desired it, crave it, kill for it. Chapter 21, the end. Damn! So someone's been using this magic dagger to do this shit a lot. I'm guessing there
they've been using multiple rooms to try and figure out what combinations do what. Interesting. My memories from that night were a chaotic blur. But as I looked at my bloody hands, I knew I did unspeakable things. Just as we promised last night, Emma showed up on the first morning light. Yep, the scream. Burn.
Adrian, is that you? What? Emma! Devil, what have you done? Stay away from me! Emma, do not forsake me!
And then, nothing was ever the same again. I was now a creature of the night. A vampire. I disappeared from the village, but sometimes the desire for blood made me return. The desire to see her again made me return. I watched her silently from afar. I wasn't prepared to face Emma again. Not after that terrible day. Not after the disgust on her face. Most of all, I was afraid of losing myself in her presence. One night, one of those nights where not only my body but my heart was hungry, I found myself watching my sweet dove by her window in the dark. Suddenly, my head starts to hurt. My whole body starts to hurt. Confusion, a blur, just like the first night. Next moment, I was inside. Emma was in my arms. The white dove was now stained red.
Emma, no, please.
As soon as she heard the commotion, her mother burst into the room. Ah, Emma!
She's dead. What have you done? No, just came inside. Possibly, she was already like this.
Was she really? Can you even remember what you were doing? These bloody hands moments ago. Barely help myself now.
Look at you, a vampire. Can barely control yourself. Can see the hunger in your eyes.
She was my sweet girl again when you finally left Minstrel.
But you had to come back and kill her. Ruin our happiness. Damn you, devil.
On the next day, the mother killed herself. Couldn't bear losing Emma. Might seem like the end of her story. Here's the strange part. Every year, on the same day as Emma died, I wake up with that old silver dagger, same one that transformed me, stuck deep in my chest. There's no one in the room. Sometimes I can sense this ghostly presence. Sometimes even hear a woman's cry. Emma's cry. I believe the ghost of Emma must be haunting me, punishing me on her death anniversary as revenge for the night I took her life. Chapter 22. End.
That's so sad.
What wouldn't I give to see my Emma again and beg for forgiveness?
Well, that's why you wanted my abilities.
Yes, I cannot bear the thought of her lingering here, consumed by bitterness for eternity. Even if I rightfully deserve this punishment, I long for her to discover peace and a desire forgiveness above all else. Why are you so sure it's Emma haunting you and not someone else? Emma's crying, her death anniversary. Doesn't make sense for us to be someone else. Though the events of that night may be hazy in my memory, Mother's judgment was probably right. I was unable to restrain my primal urges.
Did you have any other enemies?
Oh, a fair share. There's the innkeeper I stood for 3 months, the man whose ear I nicked in a knife-throwing contest. Oh, and then there's the incident where I got caught pretending to be a noble. Let's not forget. You had quite a life.
I think we got the gist. You mentioned that the dagger that transformed you appeared in your chest every year. Have you ever considered that whoever turned you into a vampire and this vengeful ghost might be one and the same?
No, it doesn't make sense. I'm a vampire. Their curse works, so why return? Especially on Emma's death anniversary. Plus, the dagger wasn't identical. Oh, so, years ago, I had the silver examined by an artifact expert. He identified it as a ceremonial dagger, typically paired with a stone at its pommel for its magical properties. However, without the stone, it's just an ordinary dagger. The one used to turn me had a red gemstone, while the ghost lacks any adornment.
Do you still have that dagger? I'd like to take a look if possible.
Why on earth would I keep that jinxed thing? Just being near it makes me want to die again. Plop!
Wow, people really like books, huh?
Hey, Critters Arcade Prod. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Please enjoy your stay in the Endless Archives, if indeed you do. How exactly does it make you feel? Wasn't that clear enough with makes me want to die again? Makes my whole body and mind a bit. It's like my whole body and mind is about to shatter. I think I know what you mean. This is just like what I felt near the rune. Eve, are you thinking the same as me? Nods. Sounds familiar to the type of dagger used to curse John. If you don't have the dagger, where is it now? I threw it into the ocean last year, unbothered. You what? Oh, but don't worry, it always appears again every year. Trust me. I've tried everything. But I have this illustration of the dagger. Bought in case you asked about it. Oh, thank you for the head pats.
They bear striking resemblance. Instead of the red gemstone, John's dagger had the green rune. Do you know what kind of curses these ceremonial daggers are used for?
The artifact expert mentioned it's used when they aim to completely take away the humanity of the victim. It's an incredibly powerful tool of black magic. It can be used in 1,000 ways.
Adrian the vampire and John the undead guardian, both stripped of their humanity. Both experience agonizing pain near the cursed artifacts. It must be the same kind of ceremonial dagger. Perhaps the pain and confusion Adrian felt that night in Emma's home were due to its proximity. Could it be that the silver dagger was hidden there?
What's on your mind, Drifter? Don't tell me you've already cracked the case.
I have some theories, but I need to investigate further to be certain. When is Emma's death anniversary?
Whoop. Time for ads.
And we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
I have some theories, but I need to investigate further to be certain. When is Emma's death anniversary?
In 1 week.
Excellent! I wish to be present on that night. If who or what haunts you truly is Emma, we will discover together.
What else would it be? I have a house in the North Highlands. It's a 2-day journey from here. You will have enough time to settle in before the fateful night arrives.
Chapter 23, and that's your house? My good bitch, that is a manor.
And here's
Wow, this mansion is almost like a museum. So many artifacts from across the centuries. John?
And do you really think we can trust him?
At the museum, as much as I used my arguments to convince him, he could have easily decided to kill me, but he didn't. Besides, after hearing his story, Kiri's just desperate to put an end to all of this.
Stroll.
This case serves as a welcome distraction for John's own problems, yet I sense there's still something troubling him.
Tomorrow marks Emma's death anniversary. As you've seen, the manor has a garden, a library, and plenty of other amenities. I'm certain you'll find something to occupy yourselves with until then. Have you always lived here? Oh, certainly not. What a waste it would be to live in the same place when you have eternity. This just happens to be the place I'm living now till I find another place that is more inspiring.
So you move according to your mood.
Basically, not really different from what I did when I was alive. Or move when whispers start circulating about how the most handsome man in the area hasn't aged a thing in years. I guess that's wise.
Beep.
Wait, where's Eve? This place is huge. Did she get lost?
Eve? Is this an actual Paradise Lost signed copy?
Eve drool. The Drifter, Chapter 24.
Is Adrian playing the piano?
Ding-diddling, such a beautiful melody. Ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. Ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. Clap, clap, clap.
Sean, that was incredible. You never told me you played piano.
I never knew. Until now. I looked at the piano and felt like it was calling me. I guess the memory has its own memory. I guess the heart has its own memory.
Smart. Makes the best tea ever. Always beats me at chess and now a pianist. You must have been good at so many things in your past life. It's hardly fair.
I wasn't a good person! Clang.
I'm sorry. I just been dwelling on my past since you brought up the ritual. Truth is, I'm afraid, Eve. Such horrific things happened to me. What kind of horrible person must I have been for someone to wish this upon me? What terrible deeds had these hands, which now play so beautifully committed? Is this what's been bothering him all these days? You weren't a horrible person. You didn't know me. You're right, but I know you now. Your death was in flesh, not your essence. Who you are is still alive. And the John I know is not a bad man.
Okay. I thought my computer might have been making a bad noise, but it's not. It's just the AC.
You are still alive. And the John I know is not. I know now. And the John I know is not a bad man.
Ugh. Not even I know what I am.
Come on. You have more patience with Amalia's temper than I do. That means you're basically a saint.
Eve.
You're a man who has endured a lot. You could use your newfound power to take out your frustration against the world, but you did not. And for that reason, I always knew you were a good person.
I guess I must have done something good to serve you after all.
Nothing, just... And he starts playing music again.
Thank you, Eve.
Aww. Aww. He's so sad.
Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you for welcoming us. Your library was absolutely amazing.
It's nice to have some company once in a while, even if it's from a drifter and a talking skeleton. What a strange pair you two make. Ding, ding.
Says the vampire.
Touché. Waiting through the night for dawn's first light. Memories of old crashed like waves on my mind's shore. I pray for the stars to align once more. How I yearn for the day when we were young and in love.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I created it myself. Even after all this time, she's still my muse, you know.
Do you really believe Emma is the one haunting you?
Why wouldn't she be?
A woman wouldn't torment a man who plays such beautiful songs about her. Clear how deeply you love Emma. Besides, you're not certain you caused her death.
Who knew? You're quite the romantic.
Well, what if I really did? What memories from that moment my memories from that moment are so confusing, it's frustrating.
Let's set aside these gloomy thoughts, Drifter. This night will be already long and dark. I could use a few laughs and a couple of stories. Isn't it right, Bone Knight? Turn. Come, hiding in the dark will make you look even spookier.
I think your friend is so suspicious of me to let the two of us alone.
Anyone can bond over a good night of music and good stories. Join us, John, just John.
Chapter 25.
And these are some of the poems inspired by Emma. I'm still trying to find the right melody for those. Oh my goodness, the imagery here sure is much more vivid.
He looks lighter and more talkative. Guess he's back to normal. One thing I meant to ask, Adrian. You mentioned you have met other drifters. Could you tell me about them? Never had anyone to talk about drifters besides Grandma. Could I find answers about myself?
I can tell you the most interesting story of all. Tale of the first drifter.
Chapter 24. End. Yo, John just John, Bone Knight, skinny friend. Hello, my name is John. I love that. That's so stupid. I love it. Chapter 26.
A long time ago, there was a young man in an unceasing quest for knowledge. Through thousands of books and teachers, the seeker did seek, but his curiosity for the secrets of how the gears of the world turn were unquenchable. All the more for those with no answers, for the hidden, the unseen and obscured, the occult. One day, at one of his travels, he learns of a powerful witch named Lilith. She lived in a secluded cabin deep in the mountains. Her powers were feared and respected throughout the region. Intrigued, the man decides to look for her. On their encounter, the witch recognized the seeking man's potential, but refused to share her knowledge. However, the seeking man had not only his sharp mind, but a silver tongue. It didn't take long for her to be persuaded and take him as her apprentice. As time went by, the witch grew more and more impressed with the man's speed of learning and mastering skills. Excited and confident in his abilities, the now knowledgeable man started to become obsessed with his newfound power, what his newfound power could bring. His once innocent ambition and curiosity transformed into something dangerous and greedy. This didn't go unnoticed by the witch. He refused to continue teaching him. The man seethed with anger. The wheels in his mind never ceased turning, already plotting his next move to achieve his goal. After all, they'd spent so much time together, he knew all of the witch's weaknesses and vulnerabilities. He had developed a connection with her that no one else ever came close to. Craftily avoiding her far-reaching gaze, he stole her precious books and magical belongings and fled. The witch cursed the day she welcomed him as her apprentice when she discovered the betrayal. Furious and vengeful, she searched for the first person to successfully betray her. When the witch found the man, she cast a curse upon him, damned him with what he most desired. To the seeker of all truth, I punish you with sight which unveils all that hides in the shadows. See what no mortal eyes should behold. Suddenly, burning like white-hot coals, his eyes turned violet, revealing hidden creatures and tormenting visions. For years, the man was haunted by these dark new visions. But as his heart grew cold and corrupted, he embraced the darkness within him. No longer afraid. Blinded by his relentless quest for power and knowledge, the man used his curse as a gateway to other realms. There he learned forbidden secrets from the creatures that dwelled in those strange and twisted worlds. Each time he opened a new door, he unleashed demons upon the earth, as a door always opens both ways. He became their king. He was the one that could travel between worlds. They called him the Drifter. The Drifter destroyed villages and lives just to test his newfound powers. He wielded power like a child, pointing a magnifying glass at an anthill, uncaring and cruel. Rumors of the Drifter causing havoc and leaving destruction in his wake did reach the witch. She'd married a simple huntsman who showed her great kindness while searching for her former apprentice. They lived a simple life together in her secluded cabin. One rumor told of the Drifter and demons destroying the huntsman's village. Devastated by the loss and racked with guilt, Huntsman fell into deep sadness. To ease her own guilt for creating the Drifter and to help her love, the witch granted him enormous strength and more powerful senses, making him the first demon hunter. Together they pursued the Drifter, vanquishing demons along the way. After days of fierce battles, the witch and the hunter finally found the Drifter, and together they defeated him. Fearing he could revive, the huntsman dismembered his corpse and sealed the pieces in separate hidden caves, ensuring he could never torment anyone again. Peace returned, though many of the demons and creatures released by the first Drifterling. The legacy of the Drifter's sight lived on in some of his descendants, his shining violet eyes and the knowledge of what was hidden, whether they wanted to know or not. Chapter 26, end. Damn! That's fucked up. Trigger warning. This episode contains images that some readers may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, Mrs. Bennet. How do you do? Oh, good evening, Mrs. Hartel. It's been a while since I saw you and your daughter, Elise. Is she well? Yes, she is with the other girls at a tea party in Alice's home. Oh, apologies. It seems I was mistaken. Thought Eve was with them, but it doesn't seem like it. No wonder. That girl is so strange. Always talking to herself and alone. No, don't worry at all. I'm home, dear. Glance. Sometimes you wear the same distant gaze as Honda. Perhaps gazing at those distant realms, or your own inner world. Much kinder than the outside world ever was to you. Honda did the same as you. Told me not to worry. But the sadness in her violet eyes betrayed her little smile. Pain I could never comprehend or heal. The loneliness of being one of a kind, understood by no one. I see it in you, especially as you've grown older. Those same eyes and that forced smile. Once again I am helpless, left to pray that someday someone who truly understands you will finally come into your life. Drifter, Chapter 27. So being a Drifter is actually a curse after all. My take is that the Drifter's sight is what you make of it. That man obviously chose a very dark path. Yes, I believe that witch wanted to teach him a lesson. Even as a Drifter, he had the chance for redemption, but he didn't seize it. Perhaps even as she punished him, the witch still held on to a glimmer of hope for him somehow. Eve, you use those very eyes to help others. Don't ever think you are the same as that man. Nod. Wonder if I will someday find another Drifter. Will this ease the strange emptiness in my chest I've always felt? Or do I want to find one if they are similar to the first Drifter? Well, the hour of my ghostly encounter is near. What should I do? Sleep as always? Ugh. Sleep? Aren't vampires supposed to stay awake during the night? I have a sun ring, my friend. It does me wonders to actually fit in normal human society. Next thing you'll ask me is if I sleep in a coffin. Was going to do that. You can go to sleep as you normally do. We'll stay hidden and watch. Very well, I will retreat to my chambers and wait for you two. Hopefully our next meeting won't begin with a dagger in my chest. Is this really going to work? Can't sleep with the two of you staring at me. Never thought you'd be the self-conscious type. It's not like that. I just can't relax. These nights always stress me out. Calm down. You said on these nights, even if you tried to stay awake, something always made you fall asleep and wake only at dawn. This would be our sign that the supposed ghost is near and is and that's our cue. Know that look. Tell me what you see, Eve. A revenant. It is a ghost consumed by its hatred. Shedding its past human form, it transforms into a being driven solely by an insatiable thirst for vengeance. It's holding a dagger. This must be the ghost we're looking for. Looks like he is truly being haunted.
It's really Emma. This will break him.
So much hatred is emanating from it. It's been making me nauseous. Is this truly Emma?
Revisit the agony of the silver dagger, held again by the hands that first unleashed its pain.
Huh? Was Revenant the one that cursed Adrian when they were both alive?
Halt. Wait. Can you hear that?
Yes, a woman's cry so faint.
Oh no. It's Emma.
Mother.
I knew it. I fucking knew it was the mother. The Drifter, chapter 28.
Please, Mother, don't do this to Adrian. I just wanted to be with him.
Fade.
It's exactly like Adrian described. That spirit must be Emma. Her presence is so weak, I almost didn't sense her. Such a controlling and strong presence so near, it makes sense.
That's definitely Emma. So the one haunting him is actually her mother.
Mother stopped her attack earlier. Apparently she can't see Emma. She can listen to her cries. Emma's spirit is too weak.
I hear her cries every night. A man that didn't even truly love her. This is maddening. It's all because of you.
Stop! That's a lie.
You. Who are you?
Adrian loved her just as much as Emma loved him. You knew that. Pieces of the story are finally coming up together.
How dare you? You know nothing of this roguish monster or my Emma.
You saw their love for each other and it frightened you. You feared Emma would be left bereft and heartbroken as her father left you. You believed him a monster already and made to make Emma see what you saw. And if that failed, he would see the monster himself and depart, because he would never risk hurting her. Look at him. Adrian is a vampire. He's dead, and so are you. There's no need for this endless pursuit of yours. You need to move on. Her presence is so weak. I almost didn't sense her. Oh, wait. That's such a controlling presence so near. It makes sense.
Be silent,
Bro. Hold. Eve, what's going on? Why is it aiming at you?
I guess it must have made her a little mad while trying to make her come to her senses.
A little?
Also, I was hoping I could make Emma appear again. As long as Emma's mother's harbors this much hatred, exercising her is futile. She'll keep coming back for him as a revenant. I have to get through to her. She refuses to hear me. Where are you, Emma? The words I speak now must have crossed your mind as well. Hope they reach you and give you strength. Brave. Confront her.
You said yourself, revenants are blinded with rage. Confronting her is no use. Besides, why are you so sure now that Adrian didn't kill Emma?
Adrian is not guilty. With the blood, it may be difficult to see, but Emma doesn't have a vampire bite on her neck. Instead, she seems to have a deep cut wound near her heart. That probably was the cause of her death. Same place Adrian got daggered.
No, you know nothing. My pain, my anger, it's all because of him.
Float.
Eve! Don't you dare interfere too.
He's still here.
No, she's still here. Only one person can truly confront her.
Emma, please, I know you can hear me. Your mother is trapped in a cycle of pain and hatred, and only you can reach her. I know it's frightening. Fear of losing someone important to you can paralyze you, but you must fight. Take action for what you love. Your mother needs to see that Adrian isn't the monster she believes he is.
Mother.
Emma. My Emma.
I swear if I had a heart, it would have given me a heart attack by now. Fall.
Guess being undead has its perks. What matters is that she's here now. Mother, Adrian did not kill me.
Emma, I know you are blinded by this twisted love of yours, but I saw it with my own eyes. On the night you died, he was the one holding her body, her bloody and lifeless body. He's a vampire.
He did not bite me.
No, he is guilty. There was a dagger in your bed too. Could have used it just like the one I hold now. Nothing more deserving for him to suffer from the very weapon that caused your death.
Years ago, I had the silver dagger examined by an artifact expert. He identified it as a ceremonial dagger, typically paired with a stone as its magical pommel or its magical properties. However, without the stone, it's just an ordinary dagger. One used to turn me had a red gemstone with a ghost that lacked any adornment.
Emma loved him just as much as he loved her. So she made the ultimate sacrifice. Please be strong.
Nod.
That night, I lost my love. Discovered what you did to Adrian, Mother. That you turned him into a vampire with that dagger. Thought of a life without him made my heart ache so much. Knowing he was suffering all alone because of me was even worse. So I used the dagger on myself to be the same as him. A vampire. But the dagger did not have the magic gemstone. Didn't know it was needed. It was just like any other dagger. I knew everything. If I knew everything I did would lead to this. Oh, Emma. Everyone left me alone in this dark, wretched world. I never trusted anyone. Only you. You left me too. I would not know what to do. Please forgive me, my daughter. Forgive me. At first, I could not forgive you. I was so angry for what you did to Adrian, to me, to us. Even in death, you returned every night, every year to hurt him. Your hate made you blind, and I felt guilty for the choice I made that night that led you to this pitiful existence. All I did was be a coward, crying in the dark because I made those that I love suffer. As decades and centuries passed, I realized I didn't want to share your fate, consumed by hatred. So I forgave you. I forgave you a long time ago, Mother. But I could not totally move on while he was still suffering, so please, let it end, Mother. As I should have, long ago.
Babe. Eve? John? What happened?
Checking for wounds.
It's over, Adrian. You don't have to worry anymore.
Wonderful. Hey, John, look at this perfect chest.
Because of the two of you, I know what it means to have courage. For that, I'll be eternally grateful.
John. Eve. You know what's strange? I was dreaming. I haven't dreamt ever since I became a vampire.
What did you dream about?
Memories from the past. Memories of her.
Goodbye, Adrian. What happy days we have known.
Kiss.
Oh. Chapter 28. End.
Oh. That's so sad. I'm so relieved I'm finally at peace and all of this is over. All thanks to you. I feel like I could create a whole ode for you two.
No need to go that far.
I just want to take a look at the dagger, remember?
Ah, yes, of course. I'll have the maid bring it to you later. Do with it as you wish. I just want the cursed thing as far from me as possible. This time forever.
Thank you. It's probably why you fainted whenever the ghost appeared. She had the dagger. Just like John and the rune. In the end, both are ceremonial daggers that took away their humanity, but had different curses imbued in them. Do you know what types of rituals they are used in?
Only in the rituals that aim to strip away every last bit of humanity from the victim. They cut your soul, transforming you into something new, inhuman. Powerful black magic relic capable of being used in countless ways.
Do people still use these kind of daggers in rituals?
The method is quite ancient. Well, considering my age, it's no surprise that Emma's mother managed to get her hands on it. Though even in her time, it was already from a bygone era. However, nowadays, I'd venture to say it's something lost in time. Such artifacts got forbidden, and those who crafted or used them were hunted down centuries ago.
Yet someone used it for a similar ritual with John for just 10 years ago. Someone that had a way to get to this ancient knowledge.
I still want to show my gratitude to you in some other way.
Your payment was already quite generous.
Perhaps you'd accept this Paradise Lost.
Wow, the signed Paradise Lost copy I saw on the first day. No, I couldn't possibly.
Your eyes are glowing. Just take it. And for you, I just had the most wonderful idea of a gift for you.
The Drifter, Chapter 29.
Ta-da! Oh, wow. It actually fits.
You lost the bet.
Eve, really. I'm not comfortable with this. I could just move it to...
Move it where, John? Told you, I don't mind your piano staying here. Besides, I get to enjoy private performances. How amazing is that? Exactly. Why not play something for us right now?
Very well. Or our last case was a success. I suppose we deserve a little celebration. Dun, 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 dun.
Look who's here. If it isn't cranky Remy. Watch out for your head, John. Stare.
Eve, why is your cat giving me that look? It's like he's judging my entire existence. Things didn't go too well for me last time this happened.
Don't worry. I think I want you to keep playing.
He definitely has a way of showing it. Dun, 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 dun. Brrr, brrr.
Aww, seems like you've gained a new admirer. Looks like he's finally warmed up to you. Is he actually purring? Remy, you traitorous furball. You've never done that for me.
Well, at least he's got some decent taste in music. Right, Remy? Brrr, brrr. Chapter 29, end.
Molly always says the food tastes good as it looks. Yeah, she is right. This pistachio muffins are divine. Bump. Ow! No, my beautiful muffins. Well, only 2 soldiers down at least.
I'm so sorry, miss. I should replace your lost treats. I was in your way after all.
Wow, there's some big dark circles. He looks really tired. Don't bother yourself, officer. It wasn't entirely your fault. I was walking with my head in the clouds.
I insist. It's my duty to take care of the citizens, and I...
He's too serious. I don't feel like he's scolding me. Tired, sleepless, and hungry because of work. I've been there too. Here. I think you need this more than me.
Thank you, miss.
Officer, I just heard a horrible scream by the bridge underpass. I was too frightened to check myself, but please, you must go. Something terrible must have happened.
I'm on my way. Thank you, ma'am. Goodbye, miss. Dashed. Halt.
Aw, he's kind-hearted. Well, he's definitely committed to his job. That's a rare sight these days. I hope nothing too serious happened.
Whoa.
He's going after me. But it doesn't matter anymore. Poor officer. He's running straight for his death. That man will do to him what he did to me. Can't you smell it, Drifter? The scent of death.
Whoa.
Just wanted to find the officer and warn him before he enters the underbridge passage. But he's too fast. Now I've lost him. Just hope nothing bad has happened. The officer is inside, and so am I. So is that where your body is? Yes, you can help both the officer and me. I have a bad feeling about this place. I won't go in. Is the man that did this to you still inside? He has left. I can tell he is still near. Listen, as much as I want to help you and the officer, going in is too dangerous. No, stay. I beg of you, find my body and give me eternal peace. The place is so dark and the smell. I can't stand it. Stay. I can show you the place, what happened, anything you need.
What?
Oh, violet eyes, ancient, bless us with your return. The blood spilled today is offered in your name. Let it strengthen you. When the hour strikes, do not forget this devoted soul.
Baba.
Symbol seems one from the Sorrow Eater vision. More importantly, violet-eyed. Could this lead to another drifter? Please alert me to any dangers. Time to be afraid. Waited my whole life for this. I'll go in. Guide me to the place in the vision.
Chapter 30, end. Trigger warning, self-harm. Oh boy. Whew. Okay, be warned everyone, there's self-harm in this chapter. Avert your gaze, go away from everything else if you need, if you need to go to something else. Please take care of yourself. Your triggers are more important than reading the story if you can't handle it. Chapter 31.
This is the place. Here's the officer.
What happened here?
Clang.
Hello? Is anyone there?
That noise wasn't me. As long as you stay here, he won't see you. What? Do as I say. What do you mean? A murderer is lurking in the shadows behind the boxes, waiting to ambush the officer. What?
Whoosh.
Above you!
Huh? Swish.
You, what are you doing here? Think this isn't the time for this? Look out!
Whoosh. Bah. Whose blood is this? Who did you hurt?
She was just a whore. It's not like anyone would care. This is meant to be simple. Just using that wretched woman for the offering. Won't be pleased with this.
Backs away. What are you talking about? Who are you? You can stay quiet for now. There's a lot of ways to make you talk at the police station.
Yep. Slink. Someone like you wouldn't understand the things we must do to reach enlightenment. Simple-minded man. You're nothing but a pawn in the game of gods. But you... Oh, your eyes are just the same as his. In this chess game, you could be the queen. What?
Enough of this nonsense. Now put down the knife and come with me.
In the shadows of death, the light of truth awaits. You would understand, wouldn't you, drifter?
Slash. Slump. Miss, are you alright?
Miss, your eyes, they are... Move, Eve. Face the lights. As a drifter, already seen some unspeakable things. Still, my head hurts. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Just want to leave this place as soon as possible. Drifter, please take me out of here. Out of there. It's so dark. Oh, so dark. Inside the well. That man, he killed someone.
He said it without a hint of remorse. What a monster. But leave this to us. You shouldn't be here. What is your name, miss?
Eve Bennett.
Miss Bennett. I'm Officer James Hawthorne. Let me take you home. You've seen more than enough.
Wait, the body. I think it's in the well.
It's too dark. Can't see a thing down here. What makes you think so?
It's a hunch. There's a foul odor coming from that way.
A hunch, huh? Well, I can't go down there now. I'll search for the body with the others later. I'm so sorry I had to witness all of this, Miss Bennett. For now, let me take you home. Chapter 31, end. Hi everyone, October marks the second anniversary of The Drifter. I know it's so fitting that it's on October, and I've got special updates planned for you. First up, a Q&A. You can ask me for the characters anything. Just drop your questions in the comments below. We will have a space to showcase your fan art too. If you created something, feel free to tag me on Instagram @DreamMarisa or send it via DM. Questions and fan art submissions are open until October 15th. Can't wait for you to hear from you all. Alright, DreamMarisa, beta reader, Sam Smith. Thank you, Sam Smith, for beta reading. The Drifter, Chapter 32.
Told John everything that happened on that dreadful night. During that stroll deep in the woods, thought I'd find some peace. But the eerie rustling of the leaves only seemed to amplify my thoughts. Potential of what might be uncovered, possibility of another drifter, keeps gnawing at me.
So, you think there's a connection between the man from the crime scene and my case?
Yes, he seemed tied to some kind of cult, one with disturbing rituals. Probably the same group from my visions. Same strange symbols was also there.
You're probably right, but Eve, why do you keep throwing yourself into such danger? You're lucky nothing happened. Do you realize that?
I know. I just realized it was I realized it was risky, but it wasn't for nothing. This clue could be crucial. If anyone knows how to break your curse, it would be someone from that cult.
Eve, I know I was the one that asked for your help. This could get very dangerous.
We're in this together. I'm not abandoning your case. There's also another thing.
But you... Oh, your eyes are just the same as his.
This group may lead us to another drifter.
What?
Honestly, I'm not sure how this drifter relates to the cult. I might not even know about them. Man was raving about him like a source of adoration. It's also strange.
Now it makes more sense. This is a personal question for you as well.
Spent my entire life waiting for this. The day I'd find another drifter. I don't understand.
I don't understand. Why? Why would you risk so much just to find another drifter?
For a brief moment, I considered keeping it all to myself. The way I always have. Become a habit, hasn't it? Memories I'd rather not visit. The weight of those long, lonely years. But then I remind myself who John is, someone I deeply trust. Somehow, it makes the hardest things feel easier to say. In my entire life, I've never truly felt like I belonged. Back in that small village with my grandma, I had only imaginary friends. She was my everything, and I know she did her best to protect me. However, I can still hear their malicious whispers, see the fear in their eyes. To them, I was nothing but a witch, spawn of the devil. After she passed away, I wanted to start fresh somewhere no one knew me. Living here in the city is better in some ways. I met Kezia, for example. People are people. When they get too close and see the things that make me different, pull away. They always do. Don't even know if I can blame them. After all, I'm this freak, anomaly. Sometimes it feels so isolating.
Loneliness. You could say I learned a thing or two about it in these past 10 years.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's alright, Eve. I've wandered the earth for a decade as a strange creature. Barely talked to anyone alive. Lived among the dead. Sometimes I forget what it felt like to be human. But meeting you, you brought that part of me back. It's all thanks to you. So please, don't diminish your own worth like that. Can't imagine how hard it must have been for you. But you weren't alone. Not really. Your grandmother cared for you. Kezia cares, and so do I. We are not drifters. But isn't that enough?
When Adrian told us the story of the first drifter, I had to admit I was disappointed. I didn't expect my origins to be so dark and twisted. It made me wonder if I'd even want to meet another drifter. If they were anything like that. The answer came to me instantly, and it surprised me too. I wouldn't care. Still wanted to meet him, share all my questions, share all those strange otherworldly experiences, and hear him say, I see them too. For once in my life, I want to feel like I belong. I know that lunatic was reckless, but this...
Oh wait. I know that lunatic was reckless, but this?
Performing a ritual on his own, outside of our rules and structure?
Why did we even let him into our circle? That man was certainly unstable, but you can't deny that he had the means to support our cause.
Indeed.
Well, despite his power in the business world, he was always known for his eccentricities. Fortunately, this will make it easier for our contact in the police to frame the case as the look of a lone madman with obscure obsessions. This happened before. The whispers will fade as they always do.
Oh, you're not... Okay. You're part of the cult, but you don't have their eyes. I see.
Now tell me more of the other drifter you discovered. Yes. The lovely Miss Bennett. We haven't spoken in a while. So much potential wasted in our hands. It sometimes annoys me. But potential is but a ripple in the ocean, insignificant until it becomes a wave. Question remains. Will she rise, or will she drown? Growing impatient, child. Rest easy. You catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. She could stand at your side if properly guided. I'll bring her to you.
Oh, so he does have the eyes, and he is using contacts.
I'll bring her to your side slowly, carefully. You will see.
Chapter 32, end. Everyone, just wanted to let you know I'll take a short vacation period, so this month it'll only be one chapter. I'll be back mid-November with another chapter and the Q&A extra. There's still the anniversary surprise left. I created Spotify playlist based on the story. Mostly instrumental. If you're into dark, light academia and piano pieces, be sure to check it out. Post a link to it on my webpage creator page. But if you want to search, it's here in the name, The Drifter. Here's the name, The Drifter Webtoon. Thank you for reading. Nice. The Drifter, special episode, 2nd anniversary. Another year has flown by, and here we are. Can't thank you enough for all the support. This comic is definitely one of the most special things to me, and it makes me really happy to see other people enjoying it. I wish I had more time to post more frequently and create more special content for you all. Thank you for being patient with me. The 2nd anniversary, we have a Q&A character sheet.
you haven't checked out yet, there's also a Spotify playlist, link in the bio. Q&A, when will we see what John looked like when he was alive? Ain't that the $1 million question? Can't give you a specific answer, but I assure you that day will come. I'm curious, how do you guys imagine John? Well, considering a few things, I can't go into detail here, but let's just say he and I might share something specific currently. It might not be his original one, but hey, we share it. Why choose the color purple for the Drifter's eyes? Does the color purple have a specific significance? Disappoint you to say it's because I simply think it looks cool? I wanted a color that was totally out of the ordinary. I also think violet is a color that relates to magic and mysterious themes. What is John's favorite song to play on the piano? Or perhaps what types of song does he enjoy to play the most? John is a big fan of impressionist composers, with Eric Satie being his favorite. He enjoys playing introspective and calming pieces. However, since Impressionism in music was just beginning during his time, most of his studies focused on more established composers. Among them, Tchaikovsky stood out as one he enjoyed playing the most. Also, regarding John, does he only have those clothes, and how does he obtain them? John's wardrobe often seems the same, but that's partially on me. It's just easy to draw him wearing the hat and wearing the same clothes, but he does have other outfits. Not as many as an average man, but enough. Although he's no longer alive, John still likes to look well dressed. It's something that matters to him. Since he doesn't live fully among humans, there's no issue with him repeating clothes, and they don't get dirty as easily. For example, he doesn't sweat. Currently, if he needs something new, even Eve helps him by purchasing it for him in stores. However, he managed to obtain his clothing in the past remains mystery. What is Eve's favorite genre of books? Mystery novels! Is there more information about the land they live in? Is it based on a real life, like it's England, which she sees dead people originally created? Is there a map? The land they live in is a fictional country called Ashbourne, definitely inspired by England during Victorian era. Ashbourne is a mist-shrouded land of moorlands, shadowy forests, and cobblestone cities, steeped in a rich and ancient history. Its landscape is dotted with bustling cities and sleepy villages that seem frozen in time. Currently, Eve lives in Blackwig, one of the biggest cities of the country. Sorry, there are no maps. If I create one, in the future, I'll post it. What is your progress of making a chapter? Writing a script, storyboard, line art, Procreate, coloring, Procreate. 5. Add text bubbles plus lighting, Photoshop, and after blood, sweat, and tears, finally post. James, are you single? James, yes. Why do you ask? What happened to Eve's mother and grandmother? Eve's parents died in a train derailment accident when she was a small child, so her grandmother basically raised her. She lived a comfortable life till she passed away due to health issues. How long does it take for you to complete one chapter? Depends on the complexity of the chapter, but usually 15 to 20 days. How long have you been working on this story, and how long have you planned to have the story be? You're on Webtoon since 2022. On my mind, probably since 2019. I have the story kind of mapped out, but I don't really know how many chapters this translates into. Sorry for the vague answer. I wonder if John and Eve will have more cute moments together, if you know what I mean, winky face. Will they eventually become a couple? We will definitely have more heart-to-heart moments. I love creating those scenes. In the future of Eve and John's relationship, you'll have to stick around and find out, winky face. What was your inspiration behind this tale? My many inspirations with the TV series Penny Dreadful and Mike Flanagan's work. I love how they delve into dark and tragic themes while deeply exploring the characters' inner struggles and emotions. It's much more than just a horror story. Hey John, what's your favorite color? Deep blue. How far are you taking this story? Seasons, etc. Probably 2 seasons. Characters. Eve Bennett. Birthday, October 24th. Star sign Scorpio. Favorite color? Mauve. Height, 1.67 centimeters. Likes reading, journaling, tea. Dislikes injustice, being in the spotlight. Crowded places. Trivia. She always carries a small notebook to jot down thoughts or press flowers / leaves she would find in her strolls. Green earrings were from her mother. Aww. John, birthday, I don't know. Age, I don't know. Has been dead for 10 years. Star sign, I don't know. Favorite color, deep blue. Height, 1.82 centimeters. Music, likes music, stargazing, chess. Dislikes dishonesty, strong smells. Trivia, his handwriting is very elegant. John has a soft spot for poetry and historical text, but doesn't like fiction. Lucian Morgan. Birthday, May 28th. Star sign Gemini. Favorite color, green. Height, 1.85 centimeters. Likes art and literature, ancient history. Dislikes spicy food. Coward. Being rushed. Superficial people. Trivia. He knows how to speak 5 languages. At just 15 years old, he was admitted to university for his exceptional talent and brilliance. Kezia Lavelle.
Birthday, August 19th. Star sign, Leo. Favorite color, red. Height, 1.65 centimeters. Likes dancing, sewing. Sometimes she makes her own clothes and accessories. Nice. Doing new things. Dislikes pessimistic people. Monotony. Foggy days. Trivia. Excellent at mimicry. She can imitate accents or voices for fun. He has already worked with a traveling circus. Nice. Malia. Birthday, April 14th. Age, died at 6 years old. Star sign, Aries. Favorite color, orange. Height, 1.18 centimeters. Likes Remy, sweets and pastries. Lady things, as she calls. She loves fancy hats, ribbons, etc. Dislikes Remy, boredom. Trivia. Presumably has been dead for longer than Eve has been alive. Can memorize long lists of stories with remarkable accuracy. Talks to herself a lot. James Hawthorne. Birthday, September 17th. Star sign, Virgo. Favorite color, none. 1.83 centimeters. Likes rainy days. Order craftsmanship coffee. Dislikes organization, dishonesty, superstitions. Trivia. Surprisingly good at repairing mechanical objects. Likely a skill picked up during his life. Has 5 younger siblings. Adrian Callahan. Birthday, November 26th. Age, 500 plus. Star sign, Sagittarius. Favorite color, purple. Height. I don't think it's in my teeth. Well, I think I got it. Likes music, poetry, fancy things, fashion, social gatherings. Dislikes routine, people that are too serious, unattractive things. Trivia. He often starts humming or whistling a tune when he's happy or bored. He's the type of person that decides things on a whim. Yep. I am not at all surprised about that. Thanks for that's all for now. Thank you for the questions. Hope to see you in the 3rd anniversary, Issa. Hell yeah. I really do hope you well, it should be close to the 3rd anniversary now. Here we go. Eve. What have I told you about appearing while me and John are working? Have you been causing any mischief? What? Turn? Well, there's a rather serious-looking police officer waiting at your door. What? The Drifter, Chapter 33. I came to thank you, Miss Bennett. I didn't properly express my gratitude that day. If it weren't for your warning, I wouldn't have made it out unscathed. You should be more careful too. A young woman like you shouldn't use the underground passage at night. It'd be dangerous. Thank you, but it was purely coincidental. I happened to hear a strange noise and was fortunate to be there at the right moment. Right. Look. I also need to thank you for something else. Your hunch was spot on. Thought it was exactly where you said it would be. Was that just luck too? I see this visit has to do with more than just gratitude. What are you trying to imply, officer? I confess that was a poor excuse. With all the events of that terrible night, I could barely think straight. All I wished was for the ghost to leave me so I could escape at once. You would understand, wouldn't you? Were his last words directed to you. Something tells me there's more to you than you were letting on. I saved you, and now you're treating me as a suspect? I know, and I appreciate it. That's why I haven't brought my suspicion to anyone at the police department. Yet. But put yourself in my position. All these coincidences along with his strange behavior towards you, would you find it suspicious as well? You're a detective. You should understand. You're related to that man or the group you mentioned. Right. Seems he checked up on me. Really does think I'm a suspect. My head hurts. Officer, I have nothing to do with that man, and I don't have a clue about what he was rambling on. No, I didn't mean to offend you, Miss Bennett. In my field, we see all sorts of things. You must understand why such assumptions arise. I simply wish to hear your side first. Let's try this again. How did you know where the body was? Told you, an innocent hunch. There's this foul odor coming from the well. Miss Bennett, I don't want to suspect you, but you're making it hard. So much happened these past few days, and now this? Like my head is going to explode. Like you to believe me anyway. Try me. You heard that? Officers have enhanced senses? Officer James Hawthorne. Seems like the type of man that trusts only what he can see with his own eyes. Truth would likely only fuel his misjudgments. But at this point, what other options do I have? I'm a type of medium. Ghost of the woman that man killed pointed me towards you and her body location. She even pointed out to me where the killer was. That's how I knew he was about to attack you. You were right.
I don't believe in a word of what you just said.
But I speak the truth. I have no connection to him. That madman is dead. Why do you insist on digging into something that's already over?
He may be dead, but you heard him. He belonged to some vile cult. He sacrificed that woman for them, which means it could happen again. We must uncover this group before this tragedy repeats itself.
I'm not part of this group. All I wanted was to help that poor woman's spirit and you.
Talk about all these invisible things, but let me tell you something really tangible. My patience, which has now run out. Good night, Miss Bennett. I'll see you at the police department for inquiry. What? No, wait, Krieg. She's telling you the truth. The lady, she's telling you the truth. Chapter 33. Yep.
Water and sugar. Simple mixture my grandmother would always prepare for me whenever I needed to settle my nerves. That should help him.
Somehow I doubt a little water and sugar is enough to mend a belief system that's just been completely shattered.
What? Would you look at that? You're having fun with this, aren't you? He almost fainted.
Well, he did mistreat you, so I'd say he had it coming.
Saved me back there, but don't you think it was a bit too much? You nearly scared the life out of him.
He's fine, just a little shaken. The man is far too skeptical for his own good. I believe that was the only way to get through to him. Give him some time and he will be fine. Kezia was far easier than this.
Still.
Eve, the last thing we need is for you to be under police suspicion. Besides, this encounter might actually be useful. We're after the same group, and having a contact in the police could work in our favor.
An alliance, huh?
The Drifter, Chapter 34. Stare. No tricks here. I already told you. If I got mad.
No, I know it might be hard to believe, but John was once a man like any other. What you see now is the result of a dreadful curse.
So do things like ghosts and demons truly exist?
Yes.
Vampires, werewolves, witches?
Certainly.
Squint. Is there anyone else in this room with us right now?
What? No. Will you tell him, or should I?
That's the fucking face, Spy Family that's on his face right there.
Let's take it one step at a time, Officer Hawthorne. I could practically see the steam coming out of your head.
I feel so foolish right now. You helped me that day and have continued to show kindness. I acted like a complete idiot and treated you with nothing but suspicion. I was just so consumed by this case that I convinced myself you were the first big lead to the cult. I couldn't simply ignore it. Will you forgive me, Miss Bennett?
Officer Hawthorne can be a bit stubborn at times, but I can see that stems from an earnestness in his convictions. A man who seeks the truth. Doesn't that make him someone suitable for an alliance?
So this means she's going to have an alliance, but there's also going to be an alliance with the cult. Interesting. This is going to be a really interesting chess game, just like that cultist said.
John is right. Joining forces with him would aid our investigation and bring us closer to uncovering the cult. Only if you consider my proposal.
A proposal?
I have a case of my own that may be tied to the same group. Since we both seek to find them, why not share information? Perhaps our discoveries can benefit one another.
So you're suggesting an alliance?
Yes. You're not an investigator, but a patrol officer. Yet I can sense your involvement goes beyond the ordinary. Perhaps it's personal? Otherwise it would be an investigator standing here, not you. I wouldn't judge your motives, but I'm certain we can assist each other.
Seems your hunches are always right, Miss Bennett.
That's what a good detective does. So, what got you into this? What got you so invested into this case?
Years ago, I lost a dear friend to a violent crime. I was the one who found his body in a forest nearby. He was drained of almost all its blood, strange markings etched onto him. I was overwhelmed with rage, frustration, and above all, helplessness. This was one of the things that drove me to become a police officer. I longed to protect those I loved and create a safer place. Such naive thoughts. Over the years, I realized that the human capacity for atrocious deeds, had no limits. Last winter, I came across another horrifying crime scene. However, this one had something familiar. The victim's blood was nearly gone, and the marking on the wall matched the one I saw years ago on my friend. I told myself it was just a coincidence, but it kept happening again. And then that night with you, the symbol, the method, it's clear to me they are all connected, caused by the same wicked group. What happened to my friend that day could happen to someone else tomorrow. Can't turn a blind eye to these coincidences, unlike others in the Force. So I'll do what I can myself.
What do you mean? Did you speak to a colleague or your superior?
My superior says I'm seeing things where there aren't, claiming they're all just separate crimes. Suppose one could see it that way, but
You don't believe that.
you tell me, Detective. Wouldn't you find it odd too? You were right, Miss Bennett. Just a patrol officer. The words won't make a difference in those cases. Besides, I can't trust him anymore after...
After what?
One of the places I saw that symbol was at the commissioner's house. Emil Williams.
Chapter 34. End. Yep. That's really high up on there. Chapter 35.
Months ago, there was an attempted kidnapping of Commissioner Emil Williams' daughter, Alice Williams. By pure chance, I was nearby when it happened. After a confrontation, I managed to stop the criminals before they could take her. I didn't escape without a few bruises and a couple of broken ribs of my own. At that time, I had no idea she was the Commissioner's daughter. Did what I would have done for any civilian. It was my duty. The incident caused a stir within the police department. Who had never once acknowledged my presence suddenly knew my name. Apparently, whoop.
And we're back.
Apparently, I had earned the favor of the Williams family. Williams are known for their lavish lifestyle. Emil, grateful for what I had done, extended an invitation to one of his evening parties. Evidently not a place for common folk like me. I had no desire to be there, but declining the invitation would have been frowned upon. I looked like a stranger.
Brother,
Creed?
I thought you were gonna stay with us tonight. You're always working.
Sorry, Liz. Another day, I promise. Help me keep an eye on your siblings for me tonight, will you?
Amy, where are you going? Where are you going with that funny tie?
Play pretend for one night, just like you. During the evening party, curious stares followed me, as if I were some peculiar creature. Some were bold enough to approach, their fascination bordering on amusement.
Oh,
Officer, you simply must tell us. Was it truly as dramatic as the papers made it seem? Daring chase through the streets, gunfire in the air? There was no gunfire. I caught them before they could escape. Chattered.
how thrilling. And Alice, poor thing, was she crying? Did she faint in your arms?
No. Speak as if it was a fireside tale. Real life is at stake. You know, I've heard quite a lot about violent crimes. Have you heard of the serial killer who terrorized the capital years ago? Fascinating how the criminal mind works, don't you think? Fascinating is not the word I would use. As the evening dragged on, it felt like I wasn't just a guest, part of the evening spectacle. I felt more out of place with each passing moment. I wandered the halls of their grand home, distancing myself from the noisy crowd and their indulgences.
Mr. Hawthorne, where are you?
Oh, that's Alice.
I understand you wish to find a place with some privacy, but you don't need to go that far.
One thing I forgot to mention. After the incident, Alice seemed to grow fond of me. Just wants some peace. Perhaps a bit too fond. Doop, 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 doop. It's open. Dodging Alice is harder than dodging criminals. Ooh. This must be Emil's study. I shouldn't be here. Shovel up. Crunch. Huh? Secret passage. It's pitch black inside. Couldn't see a thing. Strangely enough, the simple sight of it made me shudder. As if something within was staring back at me. I found it all quite strange. Decided to not enter, so I put the book back in its place and the passage closed.
Wait, that's it? That's the end?
So you didn't even consider exploring the secret entrance? Of course not. It would be wrong to snoop around like that. Besides, if anyone found me, I'd be in serious trouble.
You really aren't cut out to be a detective. I can't really see why he believes there's a connection. The worst part of his situation is that he has no one to rely on. Maybe that's why he didn't question our partnership too much. It'd be a difficult position to be in.
So that's the story. The only link Emil has to the cult is that symbol, which is quite vague. However, his indifference towards those cases makes me think he wants to hide something.
Perhaps he is hiding something in that very strange secret passage. If only he had a way to access that house again.
Lucky for us, Williams will host another event in their house in a few weeks. Were you invited? Well, Alice Williams is quite a persistent young lady.
Only we could find a way to attend the party as well.
Thinking. Following the new fad of spiritualism, I heard they are looking for a medium for a seance. What is that?
I've heard of it before. It's an attempt to communicate with spirits. The participants sit around a table, holding hands, seeking contact with the dead through a medium who enters in a trance. Never understand the upper class's ideas of entertainment. From what you've told me, Miss Bennett, you possess those abilities. May I suggest you as the medium? This way you could attend the party. What do you think? I'm not a huge fan of seances. I don't like to use the supernatural as entertainment. However, that would be an excellent way of gaining entry into their household. John could accompany me, assuming the role of my assistant.
Well, what about his appearance?
Actually, that might work in our favor. It could be part of my costume.
Hey, his neck is more anatomically correct.
Please don't expect a medium to show up looking ordinary. You've got to look like someone who talks to the dead.
We lean into the theatrics a little. I doubt anyone will question it.
Very well. Seems we have a plan in place.
Chapter 35, end. Plan for tonight is
The plan for tonight is pretty straightforward. During my seance session, the grand event of the evening, all the attendees' attention will be on me. This will give James the opportunity to slip into the secret room without arousing suspicion. If anyone shifts their focus away from me, John will step in to create a distraction. Chatter, 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 chatter. Shake, shake, squeeze.
Got this. Nod. Oh. Come now, Hawthorne. No need to be so stiff. Not like they know what our real purpose is here. It's tense. I'm just not used to this sort of thing. What do you mean? Bending the rules? Lying? Lies? Disobey? Oh, something like that.
Step, step. Eve! Z, what are you doing here? I'm working as a fortune teller tonight. What about you? Something similar. I'm their medium. Ah, John, it's been a while. I was beginning to think you had vanished into thin air. Though I suppose in your case, that wouldn't be too hard. To put together such an impressive costume. Looks like you'll be stealing all the attention from me tonight.
It's nice to see you too, Miss Kezia. But there's no need to tread so carefully. That young man is Officer James Hawthorne. He already knows the truth about me. Actually, we're working together here tonight. Drifter, Chapter 36.
Oh, so this is all part of his investigation. I knew something was off when you told me you were working as a medium here. You hated possessions and that sort of thing. Oh God, no. I despise that sensation. Even though possession is expected for a seance, I'll stick to other tricks to keep their attention. A secret investigation, that sounds so exciting. If you need any distractions, I could help.
Absolutely not. This is serious, not some kind of game.
I appreciate the help, but it's best if you don't get involved, Z. Fine, fine. I'll leave the serious business to the serious people. Pity, though, I do have a talent for creating a little chaos. Vroom, vroom. Strange. For a brief moment it felt like someone was watching me. A subtle presence, deeply cloaked in darkness that it barely seems to exist at all. And fleeting, as if the moment I sensed it, it withdrew back into the abyss.
Eve, is everything alright?
Yes, I'll be back. I just need to freshen up a bit.
Clack, clack, clack.
Miss Bennett, Officer Hawthorne told me all about you, a lot about you. I'm looking forward to your seance tonight.
That's Emil Williams. Ah, Mr. Williams, thank you so much for the opportunity. I promise you'll be thoroughly spooked.
We shall see about that. You've beautiful eyes, Miss Bennett. Violet like the soft lavender of spring. I've seen such eyes only once before. It's someone most extraordinary.
You're very kind, Mr. Williams. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must see to the preparations. Simple exchange, yet a chill lingers in my spine. He didn't say it outright, but he knows. He knows I'm a drifter. And he has met someone like me before, just like that criminal in the underground passage. This only strengthens the connection between Emil and the cult. I should feel relieved. This is proof we're on the right track. And yet I can't shake this uneasy feeling. Step, step. Would you like to hear something odd? Strangely enough, the living have always frightened me more than the dead.
I don't find that strange at all. You seem uneasy. Something happened?
Suppose reality is setting in now.
What do you mean?
I had a rather unusual encounter just now. I'll tell you later. There isn't much time. We should prepare for the seance. Ugh, my head is starting to hurt.
You take a moment to breathe. If you let doubt settle in now, it will only cloud your judgment.
John? What if things don't work out?
Well, nothing ever goes smoothly for us. That much is certain. And yet somehow we always find our way through. Whatever comes, we'll face it together, same as always.
You're right. Thank you. I needed to hear that. Now let's start that seance. Try not to scare them too much. No promises.
Chapter 36 and... The seance is about to start. This is my cue.
Mr. Hawthorne, what a pleasant surprise. You look so dashing tonight.
Thank you, Miss Williams. I wasn't planning to stay long.
Oh, nonsense. You must enjoy yourself. Perhaps I could show you our garden? Or we could find somewhere quieter to talk. I'm sure you'd appreciate the company.
Grab?
Mr. Hawthorne, I see something fascinating in your future. A major decision is approaching, but be careful, for it involves deep secrets.
What are you doing? Ouch!
So the lines in your hand show me there's an ominous path ahead. They'll tell me your stubbornness will get you in trouble. Oh my, is it serious? It's all very complex, Miss Williams, but don't worry, I'll guide him through it. Well, I suppose I shouldn't interrupt fate, should I?
Black. Release? What in the world are you doing?
Saving your skin, officer. You're welcome.
I didn't ask for help.
Oh, you didn't need to. It was all written on your. It was written all over your face. Poor girl. She can't see it. And she was right. But she was right about one thing. Just look at this place. Amazing food, drinks, music. You take this chance to enjoy yourself.
You're on a mission, not to play around.
Who says you can't enjoy yourself while doing your job? Lighten up, officer.
What is this?
Thought you could use something sweeter in your life.
Bite. It's way too sweet.
Says the man with a face like a thundercloud. I'm balancing you out. Now go on. I don't keep you from your oh-so-serious mission any longer.
Chapter 37.
Most people don't realize that the dead are almost always here to reach beyond the veil, to make their presence known. It should be easy for me. A brief conversation with a ghost, a hint of mystery shall surely leave them all impressed. I ask you to suspend your disbelief, as now we are about to commune with the spirits.
Murmur, murmur.
Please all close your eyes and place your hands over the table. Spirits from beyond, I call upon you to make yourselves known. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak with us tonight? Zoom, murmur, murmur. Sense a few restless presences in this room. Energy is far from pleasant. Speak now through actions, but not through actions, but words. If you have something to say, let it be heard. Whisper. We mustn't speak. We dare not. We listen. He listens. He watches. He is coming. Why does the voice sound so apprehensive? Who is coming? Table is shaking, Tremble. He is coming. Who is coming? Tell me who is coming. He is here. The air suddenly is heavy.
Slump. Eve? Blink.
You.
Look at you. So curious yet blind to the abyss of your own ignorance. Blind to the shadows that surround you. Wanted a message. Listen closely, for all that follows is true. Death is not serene. Swing.
Eve, that's enough. End this now. Eve! There's someone in the shadows. In my mind.
So we meet, Drifter. You truly do have a strong mind, managing to break my possession. Very well. What I have to say now is for you alone, not for them.
What? Get out of my head!
I know what I am. Do you?
Get out!
Know your master.
Flip. Huh? Where am I?
Miss Bennett, what are you doing here?
Your passage. I'm in Emil's study. But why?
Eve, what was that? Stormed out of the room and left. Everyone's speechless back there.
My head hurts.
What happened? I will explain later. Did you find anything? Yes, we should leave this place. We should leave this place first. Wouldn't be good if someone found us here. Drifter. The Drifter. Now that voice you heard actually possessed you?
Yes, I hate possessions. Didn't plan to let it happen. Such a sickening feeling.
If it's any consolation, the seance was quite a success. I guess we're terrified, yet thoroughly captivated. I dare say Mrs. Williams will be boasting about it for weeks.
Splendid! One less problem to worry about.
That ghost said it was unlike the others.
It was no ordinary ghost. Its presence was overwhelming. I called only a fragment, a hand, a part of the face, but the eyes. Deep, unmistakable violet. I had no doubt. He was a drifter.
Perhaps the very one mentioned by the criminal in Emil.
Most likely. But if attempted to possess me, does that mean it's no longer among the living? does he wield a power far beyond my understanding? Oh, and his skin. There's something so unnatural about it. Cracks, as if it were splintering from within.
Well, perhaps what I found in the secret room can help explain that. That place resembled a shrine to death. Symbols, relics, things I'd rather not comprehend. But the most unsettling of it all was an altar at the center. Upon it rested that unfamiliar symbol and a hand. It appeared ancient, yet oddly well preserved. Skin cracked, fragmented in tiny pieces. I don't know much about the supernatural like you. There was something sinister about that thing. That hand belonged to the man that I saw? No, wait, could that hand belong to the man that I saw? That voice you heard led you straight to that room, didn't it?
Night's chill stirs the branches. The frost upon my skin is born from something far deeper. Yes, it led me to him. Silence claimed the cabin. With the disquiet that stirred within me, had I feared begun to take root in them as well. What is this thing we are dealing with?
Well, this raises countless questions. But one thing is certain. Neil's connected to the cult, so they must have secret meetings, which means I'll keep an eye on Emil and his routine. If there's anything unusual, I'll let you know.
In the end, I got my confirmation. There is another drifter tied to the cult. After all these years of searching, I'm wondering if I was truly the only one. The entry came wrapped in shadows and whispering warnings. But his presence wasn't salvation. It was something wicked, something heavy, something that wanted me to follow.
I must admit, I played with her a little during the Williams evening party. Miss Bennett is quite amusing, just as you described. Oof. I thought you wanted to wait longer before making contact with her. She came to me. I couldn't resist. And you're well aware one of my remains rests at the Williams estate. At the hand, easier for me to manifest there. Of course, the relics. It won't be long, Master. Soon we'll cover them all, and then you'll walk this world again freely. As the first to see through the veil, the original drifter. Yep. That's precisely why we need another drifter's help. But enough of that. How is your plan progressing? I intend to invite her to an event hosted by one of the university's benefactors. They'll be displaying several private collections and rare artifacts. I believe that'll be enough to entice her to attend. Interesting. What exactly do you plan to do under so many watchful eyes? For now, I just plan to get closer to her, charm her, gaining her trust is essential. And why not test her as well? A test? To gauge the extent of her abilities. After all, not every drifter is the same. The way our abilities manifest varies greatly. Some have far greater reaches than others, like you. Swoosh. She turns out to be weak. She may not be worth the effort. That makes sense. What do you have in mind?
Chapter 38, end. Yep.
Whoosh. There are two kinds of people in this world. The sleepwalkers and the awakened. Sleepwalkers move through life blissfully unaware. Their lives are measured in chores and coin, fleeting affections as if that is all there is. The unknown does not vanish simply because they do not see it. They do not see it. The veil between worlds, so thin, so fragile, perhaps imperceptible for that very reason. To live oblivious to it, to be so ordinary, close. I would never want a life like that. The awakened see behind it all, what lies between the cracks, what waits in that darkness. As much as, for now, I have to hide in the shadows myself, soon it will change. When the first drifter fully awakens, this world will never be the same. The awakened are meant to rule, to trade ignorance for clarity. And once tasted, there will be nothing to fear, nothing to doubt. I'll make her see it too. We truly are superior.
The Drifter, Chapter 39.
Who would have thought I'd be going to 2 fancy events in such a short time? Well, the last one was technically work, and a grand exhibition doesn't sound that fun. But I know you love this stuff. Boring swing. Yes, I very much love my boring stuff, thank you. Actually, I'd say I could use a bit more boring in my life. So much has been happening lately, it feels like my head might explode. James is still busy trying to uncover details about Emil's secret meetings. John hasn't said much about that night, but I know it unsettled him. I think he's afraid of dragging us deeper into danger. As for me, I still shudder when I think about that night. How he easily entered my mind. Lucien's invitation to the university's private collection exhibition arrived just at the right time. I needed a distraction. Somehow his company has a way of easing my mind. Maybe it's because there's something oddly familiar to him. Just can't quite put my finger on it.
Knock, knock.
Eve, I think your companion has arrived. Oh my. When you told me he was a professor, I was expecting so boring, so old. Oh. Well, not Prince Charming. Already? I shouldn't keep him waiting. What about the ribbons? I told you should have worn more ribbons. Ribbons make everything pretty. Eve? I know you're all serious and grown up, but you shouldn't just let the fun stuff slip by. Always work with you. That's boring. So, live life a little too, okay? Just to look at you, worrying about me. You can be cute when you want to. I'm always cute. I know. Thank you, Amalia.
Pat.
You must know how precious life is more than anyone else, right?
Ding, ding, ding. Instrument.
Are you still practicing, John?
Turn.
Don't stop on my account. I'm off to that event I told you about with the professor. You can stay here play as much as you like. Don't let Amalia annoy you too much. You look irresistible. I must say I did an excellent job helping you pick that dress. Irresistible? That's not what I... Where did you learn that word? Go on, blah blah, don't keep the Prince Charming waiting. Have fun!
Close.
My professor is truly a fortunate man.
What did you say, bonehead?
Nothing. Only that the color suits her well.
Yes, it's really pretty on her. She looks like a real lady.
And she would look very extra elegant in an evening dress too.
Really?
How about a private party, just for us, little lady? I'll play the piano, and Remy can be your dance partner.
That's a great idea.
Time is unstoppable. But there is one force that halts it. Death. No past to return to, no future to grow into, and a present we can't fit into. We cling to these small illusions so time doesn't swallow us completely. But if pretending brings us a bit of joy, how can I deny us even that?
Chapter 39. End. Last update, and then we'll finish.
I feel strange. Last time I attended something like this, Grandma was still alive. She thrived in social events like these. Graceful, effortless, like she belonged. Never quite inherited that talent. I suppose Emil's gathering doesn't count. It was strictly work. Barely had time to think about it. Chatter.
Miss Bennett, over here.
And there's Lucien, Professor Morgan.
I'd find this interesting.
Kind, insightful, curious about the same things I am. Been so long since I had a friend without a foot in the grave. Might as well enjoy this company tonight and pretend for just for a while. But I'm ordinary too.
The Drifter, Chapter 40.
This one looks ancient. There's something oddly captivating about these pieces. As if they're still holding on to their secrets, alive in a way.
That's the best kind of artifact in my opinion. The one that makes you feel like they're the ones studying you. I suppose that's something our possessions share. A certain attraction to secrets.
Make it sound like this is a haunted exhibition.
Isn't it in a way? Every piece here once belonged to someone, held meaning, memory.
Exactly. I like to imagine the stories behind them, what they meant, what they wanted to say, or maybe what they wanted to hide.
Spoken like someone who's made a profession out of chasing shadows.
Ah, that's one way to put it.
Tell me, as someone who walks the line between worlds, what's your view on the other side?
There are, I believe, subtle stirrings in the air about us, like echoes of a hidden melody. Some may be more tuned to it than others.
The most unique way to hear the world's hidden melodies.
I don't think it's that enjoyable.
What? To be unique.
To be different. Unable to truly belong to those around you. Doesn't that sound more like a dreadful curse?
To be special. To be more powerful. I believe it sounds more like a divine gift.
An existence in solitude is no gift at all.
Those who are alone can always seek another similar soul.
And you are no longer unique.
Nor are you alone.
Professor Morgan, always a pleasure to see you.
Oh wait, it's a man. Always a pleasure to see you. Oh, I see you have company tonight. I don't believe we've had the pleasure, Lord Everett.
Yeah, Eve Bennett.
And I don't believe we've had the pleasure, Lord Everett.
Eve Bennett.
A delight, Miss Bennett. I assume you must share an appreciation for ancient mysteries. Otherwise, Lucian wouldn't dare bring such charming company only to be bored out of her mind.
On the contrary, I find this exhibition fascinating. It's a rare opportunity to see such a collection.
Indeed, a woman of refined taste. Most refreshing. By the way, Lucian, I've been meaning to say, your remark at last month's symposium were absolutely brilliant. You flatter me, Lord Everett. And before I forget, you never did tell me how you bested Professor Graves at chess last month. The poor man was still sulking over it.
I suspect it was more his impatience that led to his downfall.
Clatter, clatter. Professor, you must simply stop by our estate again. We've acquired a few peculiar relics that I'd love to share with you.
How does he do it? As if he knows every soul within these halls. Does he glide through all of this so effortlessly? Meanwhile, I feel my energy slipping away just by standing here. It's uncomfortable, but also throb. Too many people, too much energy in one place. Energy is buzzing, loud, chaotic. Snap, chatter, too much.
This is Miss Bennett.
I need a moment.
Chapter 40, end. Dang. Man, this is a great story. I love this story already. So fascinating. But, as is always, we must end. So for now, I'm going to add it to my list, and then we will raid into somebody else. Nope, that's the wrong one. Didn't mean to do that one. God damn it. Close this. Open this. Okay, where's my list? There it is. So we were on update 42. Okay, come on. Reload, please. There we go. The Drifter. 42. There we go. Then we're going to close that. And then let us see who's online. Ooh, there's a few people online we could raid into. All good options. Let's see. Ooh. Vexing Cat. We'll read it. We'll raid into Vexing Cat. They're reading poetry. /raid Vexing Cat. Here we go. As always, thank you everybody so much for being here. If indeed you still are, please tell the people you love that you love them. Give them a hug. I will see you all next time. Tomorrow, where we'll be doing some more chill gaming. Then we'll have to find a new comic for next reading stream. But I do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all so much for being here. Please remember,
Our raid message is get appreciated, nerd. Use that with whatever emotes you want to use. And just get up, stretch, grab some food, grab your drink, take your meds if you haven't taken your meds. You deserve to take care of yourself, even if you believe you don't. You do, because I fucking said so. So take care of yourself, please. Just do the best, do your best. That's all we can really do. Just, the world is pretty shit. It's up to us to be a little bit better and make it a little bit nicer one day at a time. Put some kindness out there. I appreciate every single one of you forever and always. So until next time, y'all. Bye.